Welcome back, everyone, to Legacy of Pride, the general name I've come up with this campaign because fuck it. In our last session, our small group of adventurers had arrived at the town of Iron Harbor, sister port in a way to Osprey Cove, where you had all initially met just a day or two prior. And yet something strange seems to be afoot here. Things not quite as they seem. People hiding secrets and, well, how it all comes together yet remains unknown. As opposed to giving a little play-by-play like I normally do, I'm actually going to sort of summarize the information you guys have thus far in the whole situation. It'll be a little out of order for how you gained the information, but might help make sure everyone is on the same page as to what you guys know. So, Iron Harbor, once a town of Goramite worshippers primarily, that had separated from Osprey Cove due to wanting to be a bit more militant, wanting to build up a navy and attack the pirate port of Riddleport further south from here. That didn't quite plan out. Is currently in a bit of a religious schism after the demise of the Lord in Iron last year. Those with true faith in this town split their worship amongst two different deities, Jartavan the Blade Soul and the Rider of War Zuriel. The majority of people, of course, worship Jartavan at least, as that deity espouses doing your best, helping others to do their best. It sort of follows the principles Gorham espoused that would be most applicable to a small town. However, the lord of the town and a few others instead focused their worship a bit more on the Rider of War, believing the fall of Gorham to be a portent to the ending of the world that needed to be prepared for. That's all going on. About 8 days ago, at this point, the Thessalonian ship named the Swordfish, claiming to be a merchant vessel, though believed to you guys to more so be a mercenary ship in disguise, arrived here in Iron Harbor. Out of the ordinary, considering Thassalon has practically no interest in Chakakoth Isle and the Ironbound Archipelago up until now. But on the day of its arrival, a well-dressed, wealthy-looking individual, seemingly an important merchant with an entire entourage, left the ship and headed to Stonehome, which acts as both town hall and sort of temple here in Iron Harbor. 3 days later, the captain of the Swordfish ostensibly left the ship and entered Stonehome to broker a deal about the goods this merchant vessel had brought to sell, which doesn't quite add up on the other information you guys have been given so far, and points to perhaps First Mate Janice of the Swordfish hiding something from you guys. But it has been 5 days since the captain entered Stonehome, and he has not come out. Indeed, Stonehome has remained closed to the public since the Swordfish first arrived. You guys arrived here yesterday with Elder Ordwi of Osprey Cove and met an ex-Goramite worshipper, now worshipper of Jartavan, at the edge of town, who brought Elder Ordwi to Stonehome to speak with Lord Ragnulf, and you had an agreement to look into what was going on and meet back up tomorrow morning at the edge of town. You've learned a few other things. For instance, Gold's Ruin, 3 mansions outside of town, is theoretically haunted and has an individual by the name of Derek living there, who, once an architect, may know a way into Stonehome if you were looking to get into it yourselves, as it is, of course, barred from your entry. Elsie, the owner of the general store and bakery, also let you know of perhaps an underground river right around this area that could lead towards the well of Stonehome that you could use to get in, and gave you some medicine for one of the rams there that she had been taking care of until, cut off from entering. However, you have one other avenue of looking into things, which is where we currently find your group. South of town is Thunderhead Isle. Not terribly important on its own, except for the fact that it is home to a ruin. Far ancient, even before Iron Harbor came into existence, a septagon of twisting metal spires up into the sky, the locals have come to claim or name Rusthenge. People don't often go there, as it often creates feelings of illness for anyone in its vicinity, and thus you were warned away from it. However, some locals have claimed to see strange lights from there at night the past few nights. And since the individual Brother Blanton had made his way ostensibly from Iron Harbor to Osprey Cove with a strange illness, both their armor and body showing signs of rust, as well as, poisoned bullet wounds in the back, but we kind of dealt with that already. You decided that perhaps Rusthenge was worth checking out. So with most other avenues completed at this point, that is where we currently find ourselves. It is a bit after 6 p.m. at this point. We'll probably say around 6:20, as low tide is currently occurring, which allowed this sort of normally underwater area of the land to be passable on foot, which brought you guys to Thunderhead Isle and Rusthenge. The sun hangs low in the sky as night is prepared to set upon you in the coming hours, as you crest the hill to the sort of broad, I can't speak, flat field of the Isle's crown. You bear witness to that strange circle of jagged spires of rusted metal, each reaching 50-plus feet into the sky. Rock formations standing within it, though little more than piles of rubble and chunks of stone at this point, and a pit in the center of it all. Now, this might be, a strange sight to behold in some circumstances. However, things are certainly different for you all as you approach. You've been told this is a place the locals avoid, which makes the large tent on the far side of the circle and the sizable open wooden crate adjacent to it a bit strange to behold. As we pick up our story today, and I ask what you guys would like to do, we are immediately going to begin by bringing you guys to a different map.
There's the map.
So, and a little bit of housekeeping, of course, since Krakow has stepped away from the campaign, his character has not traveled with you guys here to Rusthenge. Instead, he has decided to act upon that information he gathered at the end of last session and begin looking for additional ways into the hills around Stonehome that might provide you access to that building. So, What are we thinking? What would we like to do?
Well, don't get too close to the spires. He might be the source of the rustiness. I don't know for sure, but who knows?
One second, I can't hear it.
This tent over here,
Mm-hmm.
does it appear to be old, fresh, new?
Give me a
What is it-
perception
what is
check. You guys are a bit
Yes.
over 100 feet away at this point. It is on the far side of this large formation, but go ahead and give me that check.
You want exploration activities?
Sure, if you guys have specific exploration activities you'd like to do, that is more than welcome as well.
I'll do investigate.
Alrighty.
Can I look at the symbols to see if I get anything out of them?
Yeah, are you talking
mean,
about
what I
like
guess
these
it was.
formations on the ground? Those are the rock formations that have turned into piles of rubble. You are absolutely welcome to take a look. Do you want to sort of take a look from back here, or do you actually want to approach and look at them?
From back here.
Okay, fair enough. Go ahead and give me a recon knowledge roll. And Click Clock, you can go ahead and give me your recon knowledge for investigate. Rannig,
Right.
taking a quick look at this tent from a distance, it does not look old. It's hard to tell the exact age of it. It doesn't appear as if it's been standing here for a long time, though. It's probably a relatively recent setup. It's at least not exhibiting any big signs of damage, tears in it, or anything like that.
Well, that's curious.
Ragwin and Click Clock, both of you sort of taking that initial look around. These piles of rock and rubble, they're hard to tell from a distance. Each one is definitely different and was some sort of different sculpture as well. You can also see what appears to be channels dug between that central pit and two of them on the opposite side close to the tent. But it's hard to tell exactly what meaning these symbols might have. They feel familiar to you, Click Clock, but exactly why you are uncertain.
Can't put my finger on it. Something seems familiar, but my memory's waterlogged.
What looks familiar to you?
These rock formations that have fallen apart. It might be symbols or something.
Then we should go check out that tent over there.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
if you get a closer look, Click Clock, and I push Click Clock.
Yes, sure.
Rennig,
Maybe I should have assistants scout out with Rennig.
Yes, sir.
as
That's a good idea,
you
too.
approach and sort of step towards this central area between the pillars, you begin to feel off. It's nothing directly major, but something feels off-putting, as if there is a strangeness to the air. You can't quite put your finger on it, but something definitely doesn't feel right. Simply about the space itself.
Would you say that feeling is more emotional, more gut feeling, or is it like physical?
Physical.
Oh, okay. I look at Click Clock beside me. I know it's not Click Clock beside me. Click Clock, do you feel that as well?
I don't feel anything. Are you talking to me?
Oh, right. When I got close to these pillars here, I started feeling a bit off. Or I suppose I still feel a bit off.
Well, does he look like he's getting rusty?
No.
We immediately assume rust.
I wonder why. It doesn't
Zero.
look like anything's going wrong with Rennig so far. And actually, I'd say at this point, probably all of you begin to feel that sort of unsettling feeling.
If I
Wow.
take a few steps back, let me see how I feel now.
Fades
Well,
a little bit.
Okay.
It's definitely more powerful the closer you get.
Oh, I do like that. Should we have assistant go check it out?
Well, we could just go around.
Yes, go see what's in the tent.
Yeah.
Perhaps that may give us more answers. The tent is in the circle, nearly, it looks like.
That might work.
You said the ominous.
But you do it first.
Brend, can I get your perception check if you are still searching real quick?
Yes, I am. Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties. I wasn't able to
No
roll it.
worries. Foundry can be a nuisance sometimes.
Yeah, we are
and-
in.
Just to mention, because I'm not sure how prevalent it is for everyone else, but Ragwin, your mouse clicking is coming through quite frequently on your mic. Not sure if that's like loud for everyone else. It might just be on my end, but
I think I heard some clicking.
okay. It's not a
Not
huge
me.
deal. Just
Okay.
wanted to
But
make mention.
Sorry.
Clock heard some clicking.
know.
Right, likely story.
What? Did you say something?
I did not say anything.
I'm not clicking. I mean, I did one time, not too long ago, after I'd spent a number of time in the sea, but we fixed that issue.
Vanig, are you still scouting?
Yes, sir.
Fantastic. And if you are still searching Ragwin, go ahead and give me that perception check as well.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Clock's gonna hold one potion in hand.
You said perception, right?
Yes, if you're still searching. If you wanted to switch over to investigate, you are welcome to keep the recall knowledge you already rolled. Fantastic. As you reach about this point where you guys are, Brend, you're going to notice some things.
Ah!
Most specifically is movement.
A pile of gold.
Moving.
No,
Movement. That is cool too, I guess.
it's a gold figure moving, of course.
Ah, yes, naturally.
There is in this crate something. It's strange. You see straw inside of that crate, stained red, and what looks to be, from where you are, it's hard to tell, maybe a wolf, dark fur, currently laying down, looks almost asleep. You will also notice these channels, now that you're a bit closer. It's hard to directly see because you are keeping a distance from outside the pit, or outside this circle of spires, but there is a redness to the dirt, and for someone of your standing, I think you would immediately recognize what it looks like when blood has soaked into the dirt.
Yeah, I guess I'll kind of fall back into this sort of brush area we're at, and I'll just say, not looking best all round. Some kind of canine thing and blood on the ground. In those two indents. I'm not liking the looks of this. I'll be completely frank.
Yes, seems suspicious. Give me a minute. Is it possible? This is a range of 30 feet. Can I read aura on one of like the spires?
On one of the spires, absolutely. If you guys wanted to take a minute to do that, you certainly could.
Like, give me a minute. Sometimes I can get a sense for strange magical things.
And I know you guys are, with how exploration activities, you can't do normally multiple at the same time. Are you guys trying to sort of keep quiet and move carefully, or are you guys just moving normally?
Was just about to say I would switch to avoid notice at
Yeah.
this point, probably. Let me
Same.
I mean,
add that one to the.
I'll let you
sure,
guys
yeah,
fully switch to avoid notice if you want to roll stealth for initiative, and potentially be hidden then. But if you just want to make a general stealth roll now and keep your original exploration action, you're welcome to do that as well.
They are the same initiative, so I'll go stealthy with my team.
Fantastic.
I'm not going to.
I-
I'm going to keep my exploration activity.
Sure. Do you want to just
I
give
don't
me a
mind.
general stealth check?
Yes, I'll do that.
Perfect.
I mean, I'm doing a spell. Can I be stealthy? Or
I'll
no?
allow it here. It's not a subtle spell, so it definitely has manifestations and sound that it makes, but this is sort of a general, how careful are you guys being while you do this?
I have a hard time
Well,
rationalizing.
Well,
I'm
let's
not
see
trying to
how
hide it.
let's see how the stealth roll goes.
Yeah.
I'll do avoid notice. Why not?
Are we doing a
Play the
5?
game a little bit.
Should I just do a stealth roll? Or do you want me to click avoid notice?
You can
Yeah,
either
I was
works.
about to ask that.
Ragwin, did you
Fine.
mean to roll thievery there?
Oh, nope. It's
Is it the same modifier as stealth for
the
you?
same modifier.
Perfect.
I'm
Are you
sorry,
stealing
they're
my
next to each other.
things, Ragwood?
No,
We're
I'm
trying
not.
to sneak, and he's stealing stuff out of our backpack.
Well, here's the good news. Click-Clock manages to keep the manifestations of his magic to a minimum, sort of hidden within the shrubbery. The bad news is that the rest of you are stepping on far too many easily snappable twigs.
Uh-oh.
It's like
can't
every step
count it,
one
mate.
manifests underfoot. You're not sure how that's happening, but
Have you guys ever played Hunt Showdown?
Yes.
Yes, this is like that.
pretty
Just, like,
much.
sticks
Correct.
Yeah.
everywhere. Like, what the fuck?
The best thievery out of everyone except, or the best stealth out of everyone but Click-Clock was a 13.
Yeah.
So, Click-Clock, though, taking a minute here to cast a bit of magic, use that read aura, these spires are most certainly magical.
Oh my god. I guess I don't get much more than that, but that's good to know
Nope.
for sure.
If you wanted to spend 10 minutes trying to actually identify the magic, you could, and read aura would give you a bonus on that. Otherwise, read aura solely tells you, yep, that's magical.
Yes. Well,
Cool.
if we take more time, I might be able to learn more about whatever this is, but I don't know what's over in that tent if we'll have the time to do so.
I agree.
Maybe we should go investigate. Perhaps they're friendly. It's a tent in a cage, an animal that has bedding. Perhaps it's tame.
Well,
I don't know that I would. Sorry, I was gonna say I don't know that I would gamble on them being friendly, given they seem to be. Well, you know, I'll point to the blood. Either someone's fought here or someone's been killed here.
Oh, yes, blood. I don't have that, but I do know it is usually not a good sign.
How much blood we talking about?
You'd probably have to get closer to take a closer, like, actually investigate it thoroughly, but it looks like blood has run through these channels, perhaps, and soaked into the soil.
Okay, well, I should have
Seven.
phrased it like this. Does it look like the blood one would find from a large scale arena battle, or is it more localized to?
Oh, no, it is localized to these channels.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't know a lot about these things, but I mean, what? Somebody's sacrificing something at each part of the channel, and it's flowing into the center. Some kind of horrible summoning ritual. Who knows? Must not be a good guy in there. But
I would keep your voice down, or you're going to give us away. Let's keep walking so quietly over
yeah,
here.
says you and your sticks.
Speaking of which,
Says you and your stick stomping.
as you make mention of that, Ranig, and begin taking a few steps, Brend, you notice the creature in that cage stirs, raises its head and looks around, and it does look like a wolf head, for the most part. Takes you a
Great.
moment to realize it, because the cage kind of gets in the way, but it looks like a wolf with additional mandibles coming out of the sides of its mouth.
That gives me some ideas for assistant. I was kidding.
And it begins to
Hello?
slowly pull itself to its feet.
Shit, it's coming! Stop! Get down! Kind of look at Radag. I don't know if he hears me or whatever, but I'm trying to be quiet. So
What's coming?
Some kind of thing. It looks like a. It's all wrong. Just look at it. I'll point it out.
Yeah.
The pillar's right in my way. Can't see anything. Oh, there it is.
Anyone else who would like to can give me either a perception or a recall knowledge.
Can I do either?
Either or.
I'll do another recall knowledge.
I'll try my hand. Why not?
I'm going to roll a perception, but I can just step up for a second.
Sure.
No, recall knowledge is a good skill for click clock.
Oh,
There you
goodness. Hey, we're getting the bad rolls out of the way, y'all. Okay?
Thank you.
Good. I love to hear it.
Get them all out of the way early. Okay. Fantastic. That's so funny that this relevant skill is the one recall knowledge skill you are not trained in, Click Clock.
Yep.
Which means somebody who's more proficient in religion is going to have to figure this one out.
As this thing stands up and begins to pad its way out of the cell slightly, that's not right. It's a wolf, but it's like an approximation of a wolf. It's lean, diseased looking. Each of its legs ends not in a paw, but in two sort of elongated insectile toes. It also doesn't only have 4 legs, it has 6. And sort of sprouting from its back is this long fungal stalk. It looks something like this.
What the heck? That's not good. Is it red or is it like that?
The stalk is red like that. The wolf thing is black.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It is quite horrific looking, and it sort of slowly makes its way out of the cell and begins padding into the circle, sniffing around.
I don't recognize this creature. It looks quite threatening. You think we can take it?
It
Does
looks
it hostile?
horrific. Well, interesting you asked that, Running. As it sort of steps slowly into the center of, or not quite the center, but into this area, sniffs around, and then raises its head and looks directly in your guys' direction, and begins to growl lowly.
Oh,
Well,
time to start performing.
Is there something in the tent? Have you even seen anything in the tent?
So in the moment this creature growls, are you guys doing anything?
I'll try to move back slowly. Maybe that will work.
Sure.
Not yet. And let's make sure I'm behind assistant. This is, guys, I think we might be in for a fight. And do you think we could run? We could leave now, or perhaps,
Don't think we outrun a wolf.
yes, especially with one with extra legs.
As it growls, a voice comes from the tent. What in the bloody blazes of the abyss are you doing out there? Oh, and Bren's stepping forward. Fantastic. As a figure steps out of the tent wearing this entirely rust red cloak, almost hood raised, with a rusted dagger in their hand and a symbol of a burning horseshoe on their chest, sees you guys, and eyes go wide as they raise their dagger. I am going to ask everyone to roll initiative here. Before you do so, Brend, as you step in between these spires, that unsettling feeling reaches a tipping point. Even skirting around these pillars, it's not a feeling you've gotten used to. It's just this unease that's been pricking at the back of your mind. And as you step in, that unease turns into a full sort of stomach twisting feeling of sickness. And I need a fortitude save from you.
Ah.
No button for
Ah.
it, just make fortitude
There
save.
it is. There it is. We knew it was coming.
Does not look good.
A 14 just barely fails. Whether you would like to hero point that or not is up to you.
Yeah, I would. I think. Oh, that's F4.
wait,
Never mind.
That's what
right,
Keely's
yeah.
is for, baby.
Thank you. Yay.
All right. Maybe you did get a bit used to it as that feeling strikes you. Suppress the urge to hurl and ready yourself for what absolutely seems like a fight is about to break out. Now I want everyone to roll initiative. Those of you who had switched your exploration action to avoid notice, use stealth for initiative. Everyone else just use perception.
What about those of us performing?
Arguable.
I guess
I
I'm
don't-
sneaking.
Based on how the rolls have gone, I don't think any of us are performing. I'll tell you that for free.
Oh,
It's not a good enough
right.
performance for me to be willing.
All right. Oh, we.
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm gonna use my quick temper.
Absolutely.
I'll try your encounter here.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll say as Brent does kind of heave over and maybe cough up some blood and kind of growl as fight's about to begin.
Yeah, as this guy over here freaks out a little bit and ends up crying out a bit startled. But as you step into the ring, Brend, this thing is up first. And unfortunately, your stealth check definitely let it know you're here.
Well, I don't know why I'd say that.
So, let's see. You're 50 feet away currently. It is going to stride forward a little bit, get you right about 30 feet away, and that stalk on its back, which has what almost looks to be a Venus flytrap on it, opens its maw, and magic sigils begin to form within, and it's going to cast a spell on you, Brend. If you would please give me that will save that's at the bottom of that message.
Sir.
Ooh,
Hey, that's better.
fantastic. All right. You are going to take 4 points of mental damage here. As an immediate sort of pain, that pinprick at the back of your mind turns into a full-blown feeling almost as if someone has rammed a railroad spike through your skull. Just a blast of instant agony. But that is all for this thing's turn. Click-clock, you're up.
Oh gosh. So when we did that recall knowledge earlier, was it on this
Yes.
thing? Or...
Are you still investigating? As you investigate?
No.
Okay.
No.
It
we did stealth, right?
it would have been on this general thing. The reason to have stayed in investigate is that I allow to give a free recall knowledge when combat begins.
I see. Well, I can do that anyways.
You certainly can,
With-
because
'cause
you
I'm
can do
gonna
that when you
use-
overdrive.
I'm going to use Eureka to recall knowledge on this thing, though. It's probably religion from what you said earlier, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It is religion, yes.
Maybe I'll get a high roll. I'll get lucky.
I'm too lazy to lie to you today. You not one.
Okay. Oh, guys, I think it's a dog. I'm not certain.
That's a dog.
I've not seen many of the... Oh, yes. It's got legs, and that might be its tail on its back. I'm not sure.
This is just
Alright,
a
well
normal
then-
dog.
I'm going to do overdrive. Let's see,
Yes.
is
I feel like that's just a crafting check, but
It is. It's in the button.
boom. Come on, don't fail this. I think that's a success.
That is a success.
Sweet. So we get overdrive on me and on this fella.
Fantastic.
I'm going to let's see, I got 2 more actions here. I don't want to get as close as Bren does. I guess I'll get like I'll move here.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll move here. And then what actions can assistant do? There's no like dodge or anything like that, right?
No. And if you have the parry trait, you could prepare to parry.
No, I
but you
can't
do
do
not
that.
have that. So
And I'll command assistant to
you can move and punch.
Well, he's too far away.
Unfortunate.
To just should I just get assistant in there? Hey. I guess I could. Yeah, sure.
Sure.
All right, let's see. He moves how fast? 25. So get here.
Fantastic.
Can
now,
he be diseased? No, he
interestingly
cannot.
enough, this is not a disease necessarily. I do need that fortitude save from assistant.
All right, assistant. You got this. Hey.
Oh, assistant is fine. His robotic constitution making him completely unfazed by whatever it is that strange feeling is. Fantastic.
I feel like I don't want him all the way in there, though. Yeah, actually, can I have him go like
Sure.
maybe a little further?
Absolutely.
You know, my allies are going all the way in, aren't they? They probably are. So yeah, I should be.
There's a barbarian. He's probably going all the way in.
Yeah, he already passed his fortitude save. So, okay, that's it.
Alrighty. Well, that is going to cause some movement to break out. And another pair of individuals from the tent are going to come rushing outside.
Oh no.
And let's see. This guy is going to move to here. And
We're about to get fucked up.
is going to sort of... Actually is just going to approach to about here. Stay a bit of a distance away. And same with the other one. Just sort of get to right about here, within 10 inches of assistant. They have these curved daggers in their hand that are very clearly showing signs of rust that they are holding on to. But they are approaching warily, for certain.
That symbol on their chest looks like it could be for a certain rider. Maybe. I wonder.
Well, this guy is going to use 2 actions to come running over here and is going to attack assistant with their dagger. And these guys get a funny little ability. They have every rogue's dream ability of gang up. So since they have an ally adjacent to assistant, you're off guard.
Oh no.
So they are going to try and stick a rusty dagger into assistant's ribcage. And are going to get an exact hit.
Off guard.
Thankfully, they don't have sneak attack, so it's just 3 points of piercing damage to assistant.
Oh shit.
But that does it entirely for their turn. Ragwin, we are up to you.
Alright. Is it okay if I draw my hand crossbows instead of the non-flick maces?
Yeah. I'm typically pretty free with whatever you guys think would be in your hands when the fight breaks out. You are welcome to say so. Since you are skirting around, if you think you would have had a crossbow at the ready instead of melee weapons, that's perfectly fine by me.
Thank you. Right. I'll move over here
Alrighty.
and I'll attack this one. Why can I not select him? There we go.
Not the crossbow shot.
Crossbow. Is this the one you got from the things? From the
Yeah.
whatever? Oh,
A 12 will unfortunately not quite hit. as they stuck the dagger into assistant and then immediately pull it out to try and parry the crossbow bolt away. Did you want to hero point that, or are you keeping that roll?
I'm gonna keep that in just a second hand crossbow.
Fantastic. Do keep in mind, even if you are making attacks with a different weapon, your multiple attack penalty does still increase.
I'm so
that would
sorry.
be- no worries. So an 8 with that would absolutely be a miss.
I'm gonna reroll that.
Sure. So, couple things on that. Should be a plus 10 because of Keeley's on there, which an 11 is not quite going to do it, unfortunately.
Well,
Sorry, bud. 2 crossbow bolts go flying out towards this guy, but he manages to dodge one, knock the other askew with his blade. Ranig, that brings us to you.
All right. I'm going to run up to. I'm going to take 2 action. Well, I don't want to measure. I'll run up to this gentleman here.
Alrighty.
I'll get on this side if in case someone wants to flank. And then I probably have to make a
probably going to
forti-
explode. Not that you guys
Is
know
that-
what that means.
I do indeed need a fortitude save from you as you enter this area, please.
Okay, yes. Let me just eat a hero point real quick.
No
Well,
need. A
15.
15 is an exact success.
How about that? All right, and then I will expertly try to disarm this fellow. Does he have a knife drawn too?
He does, absolutely.
All right, I'll try to disarm him.
Yeah, you can even see it in their artwork.
That's so awesome.
Fantastic. An exact success on that disarm, sort of knocking it loose in his hand. Not quite to the floor, but certainly making his blows with it much more difficult until he wastes his time.
That's me. 2 actions to move. 1 action to disarm.
Alrighty. Brend, go commit violence.
This is the plan.
This is the way.
Thinking
Violence, then?
which creature would be best to commit violence against, frankly. Okay.
The spellcasting dog or the people with rusty knives?
Yeah, I'm more afraid of spellcasting dog. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm going to try to demoralize dog first.
Sure, yeah, you are 30 feet away exactly.
Yes.
And that is
Damn.
a good roll, but unfortunately, this dog got good sense of self.
Yeah.
And, oh good, you do have intimidating glare.
I do, yeah. Understandable. In which case, I'm gonna sudden charge, and that gives me 50 feet.
Yeah.
Which I believe just about gets me over here. And then strike at the end of the dash.
Sounds good. You are flanking with assistant here.
Yep.
Lovely, lovely. Uh-oh.
Ooh,
Hey!
Uh-oh.
there it is.
The
Uh-oh.
classic.
There it is.
Oh my god, that's so much damage.
Aye.
Notably, though, as you strike down and sort of carve into the hide of this beast, its hide is remarkably tough compared to what you expected it to be. It appears to resist some amount of physical damage.
Just the physical damage.
Okay, I'm gonna kill your character.
Amount
Ren.
of, there's a notable amount of frustration as like it draws the blade back, sees that it didn't do quite as much as he'd have wanted to, and kind of like growls at the dog. That'll be it.
The dog absolutely growls back. It's looking very unhappy after that strike. It is heavily injured from it, but there is unfortunately one more idiot coming out of the tent here.
That's a lot of idiots.
Yup.
That is a lot of idiots.
First action, come out of the tent. Second action is going to be stride over here. Get the good old flank train going. And stab Brenda with the knife.
No, don't stab Brenda.
Which I think, even with flanking, a 12 is a big old miss against you.
Yep.
So, that is going to pop us to the top of round 2. The dog is bleeding a little bit, but... Oh, goodness gracious. Why wouldn't it use this action? It is going to take that... actually, not that stalk on top, but the dog's actual maw is going to open and unhinge, and the flesh is going to peel back, showing a purely muscular and skeletal structure underneath in a pretty sickening display. I am going to need everyone in this area to give me a will save, please. Which, there's the button for it.
Oh, you stopped me just in time.
Come on. Assistant. Hey, look at that.
Shit, an 18's a fail?
An 18 is a fail. This
Oh,
is
hero
quite a
point
strong creature.
Oh, I can't hero point it.
You can't?
Yes, I can. There you go.
There it is.
Much better. All right. Brend, did you want to keep your failure, or did you want to hero point as well?
I'll leave it as a failure for now.
Fantastic. All right. Rannig and Assistant are going to be off guard until the start of your next turns.
Oh,
Everyone else is going to be off guard until this, just in general, and on top of off guard, they're going to be sickened.
Oh.
Your off guard will remain for so long as you are sickened.
Oh, it's brutal.
Now, hilariously, this idiot crit failed. He's got a weak stomach, so he's sickened too. And off guard for as long as he's sickened.
Dude, this guy's setting me up right now, actually.
Yeah, you guys got a not bad deal on your guys' rolls with this.
Not at all.
These idiots have a very awful fortitude save, it seems. Maybe it's the rusty clothing, who knows? Sorry, not fortitude, will save. And that was only one action to do, so I got 2 actions left with this dog. And I think its first of those actions is going to be to return the bite to you, Brend, that you just dealt to it. With a 19, I believe that hits.
Oh,
That does hit, yes.
Not the barbarian.
And as the jaws close around your stomach, you feel not just a blow to your physical body, but directly to the core of your being as well, as this thing does deal spirit damage with its jaw as well.
Of course, why not?
Yeah. So go ahead and take that 10 damage for me if you don't mind.
Yeah.
And fantastic. I've got 1 action left, and I am surrounded by enemies. This thing is not an idiot, so it is actually going to sort of stride over here out of people's melee
Damn.
range with its last action.
Come on.
It's
I wanted
spiteful.
to explode.
Hey, you can still explode.
Yeah, but I'm only going to hit 2 guys.
Click clock. That brings us to your turn. Assistance off guard runs out, and this thing does not overcome its bleeding.
No, I want to explode as many of them as I can. I'm gonna hold my turn until after the guys go. I want them to gather up. Not that I want the GM to know that.
Okay. Sure. Fantastic. God, I haven't checked that in a while, but I believe the off guard would remain on assistant if you are delaying.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Go ahead and hit that delay button for me if you don't mind.
Sure.
And I'll ask you after each of these guys go, because it might matter.
Yeah.
This guy is going to step to here. He's also going to retch. Looking for a DC 20 on this fortitude save.
I already did the sound effect for you. You're
Thank you. Absolutely does not overcome it, and is then just going to stick assistant with a knife again.
Oh, you son of a bitch.
I try.
Wow.
I believe that will hit.
No.
For the world's most impressive 3 piercing damage.
No, they're chipping away at us.
Slowly but surely. That does it for their turn. Would you like to come back in, or would you like to hold still?
No, not yet.
All right. Bringing us to this guy next to Ranig. I mean, Ranig is still off guard, so he is going to start with a retch, just to see if he can. Which is also a failure. He's going to use his second action to fix his grip on his dagger. And then final action is just going to be a single strike against Ranig.
See if he can juke out of the way.
That is a natural 20.
He jukes right in the way.
For the
But you're gonna
world's
go the other way.
actually maximum damage, 8 points.
It is half my health.
These
Oh,
guys are
God.
D4 daggers, but no bonus to the damage. It's just 1d4.
that
That
guy's
does
just
it for his turn, though. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Solid snake, I guess. It's fine. No, I was just making a stupid joke.
Yeah, exactly. And that is going to bring us to the last guy. They don't know that assistant can explode. I gotta remember
they
that.
do not. Nobody knows yet. Nobody's seen Existent explode yet.
Yes. I am because of that, and everyone is sort of evenly injured, I am going to roll to keep it fair to see who they go after.
Oh, no.
That is going to be after Ranig. So he's actually going to stride up to here,
Okay, that's good for me.
and is going to try and take 2 swipes at you with his dagger. He's seen from his friends, knows that trying to vomit in the middle of this fight probably isn't the smartest play. So he's just going to starts by a strike, which is a big old whiff, and he's going to use his last action to actually prepare to aid whoever this guy attacks. Did you want to come back in here, Click Clock?
I sure do.
By all means. That brings
Okay,
us to
now-
your turn.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is the first time I've tried this with this specific setup. The explode, I take Click Clock takes the 2 actions, and then Assistant explodes. Right?
Correct.
Yes. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna first command Assistant. So Assistant's gonna step here, and he's gonna punch this guy.
Makes sense.
Step. Oh wait, I got it in my bar. Go for a hit. Hey,
Oh ho! Crits
There we
all
go.
around.
with the oh, not a great roll. It's all right.
Does not matter. 14 damage is more than enough to cave this guy's
What?
skull in.
Damn it! Now I don't get to explode 3 guys again. All right. Well,
You're too
I mean, that's
greedy.
better. You're right. I am too greedy. Okay, then I'll use my last 2 actions to explode.
Fantastic. It's not
all
giving
right.
a button for your unstable check, but that is a DC 17.
Yeah. Will we do that
Sure.
after the explosion? Or?
Yes.
So
yes.
I guess it's not a ton of damage, but there you go.
Well, let me go ahead and roll fortitude or reflex for these 2 guys. Oh,
right,
there's the
there it
unstable
is.
check. Nice and simple. That is a critical failure and a success for these guys.
Okay. Well, I critically failed the unstable check, so I think I take damage.
I believe you do on an unstable check.
Assistant does, not Click Clock.
Correct. Because he is the one who exploded.
Where's that? I feel like that should be somewhere.
It is in the... Oh god, I always forget where it is in your sheet.
Unstable.
We'll get there, guys. Sorry.
I feel like I feel like this should be somewhere.
I think it's just damage equal to your level, if I recall as well, so it should just be 1 fire damage to you. But let me pull up the actual inventor sheet and confirm that.
It's only on a crit failure that he takes damage.
Which he did crit fail this.
On crit failure, you take
it's fire damage equal to your level.
you take on a crit failure. You also take a fire damage equal to half your level. Oh, so 1.
1 fire damage to you, yeah.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
why am I even worried? This is okay. Okay.
Fantastic. And then this guy right here, because he crit failed, takes 20 fire damage and immediately is immolated. The other guy only takes half, but that's still enough to badly injure him from the flame. Since this is, I believe, the first time you've done this, what does it look like when Click Clock causes Assistant to explode?
I think it's great. I think Assistant has a little bit of like what's the they're not even thinking, like a little bit of jankiness when he moves, a little steam. But then when he explodes, it's like like fire just explodes from the cracks of his armor or his plating. And I think Click Clock's eyes glow a little and sizzle as well.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And here, we'll put that unstable check failure on you, so we've got that. Let me see. It's probably not. I just want to check. Yeah. All right. Fantastic. That does it for your turn. Ragwin, we are back over to you. Both your crossbows have been fired.
Yep.
What would you like to do?
I realize I don't have 3 hands, so I drop one,
Alrighty.
reload one, and I shoot.
Fantastic. A 10 just barely misses, with these guys being off guard and sickened.
I'm gonna reload that.
Sure. That's what we're looking for. There's a hit. Go ahead and roll some damage. 7 points of damage. That is a kill on the board for Ragwin, as this guy takes the crossbow bolt in through the neck where he has already been burned heavily and dies screaming and gurgling blood. And I believe you have 1 action left.
I think I'm just gonna reload. And that's it.
Sure. Why not? Rannig, that brings us to you. Your off guard wears off. There's 1 guy uninjured and this weird dog.
We're going to do what we do best. We'll go over here. We'll get some flanking. In case
Alrighty.
Bryn wants to try to take this guy out. I will spend 1 action to... He's not sickened, is he? No,
This
he's
guy
not.
is not.
I'll assume he speaks my language. I'll try to demoralize him.
Okay.
We're going to take that rust-colored outfit right off of you.
Clever.
He honestly seems quite scared of that idea.
All right.
Maybe he's more scared of, you know... Oh, you were targeting a different guy. Whoops.
Yeah,
That's fine, I
not
got
the
it.
dead one, please.
I got you.
Like,
You know,
that guy is terrified.
maybe he's scared from the exploding mechanisms and all of his other guys dying around him. But no, he's probably really just scared about you threatening to take his clothes.
Oh, no. Let's see. I got an action left. This is not optimal, but I like disarming people, so I'll disarm again.
Hey, I'm always happy to see it.
Yes.
Unfortunately, not a success this time.
Watch. No. Watch this. Watch this.
Oh?
There.
Incorrect. I stand corrected. Unfortunately, there's no effect when you hero point it, because Foundry hates
sorry.
us. It's all good.
As we roll. That's 3 for me.
As I add more and more effects to my hotbar. Awesome. Brend, that brings us back over to you.
Yes. Well, I think, yeah, I'm gonna try to kill this guy. May as well.
That's so rude.
Kill
Yeah,
him
well,
dead. He's frightened too and flanked.
He started it, you know.
Oh, he's so dead.
He's so dead.
Have I always crit in combat so far? If so,
He's
that's kind of
so
funny.
unbelievably fucked.
Barbarian. These guys didn't know what they were
Goodness
messing with.
gracious. Stumbles backward from Rannig, tries to hold on to his dagger, but unfortunately puts himself in a perfect position for your oncoming falchion strike. Awesome.
Yeah, just hack like a big chunk out of him down the clavicle. Then I'm going to stride over here.
Yeah.
And I'm going to free action activate one of the potency crystals that I bought with our money.
Now, this is
off.
something interesting I noticed actually last session. Activating a potency crystal is a concentrate action.
Oh!
So,
That's lame. I forgot. Yeah.
I think what I determined,
Brutal.
because it's very fitting, you are planned to be a Blood Rager. And I believe, if I recall, part of the Blood Rager's effects is they can become drained to cast their spells while raging.
That is accurate, yeah.
I am perfectly fine letting you effectively do the same thing in this instance here, draining yourself to activate that potency crystal if you would like.
You know what? Sure, fuck it. Leave all.
Awesome.
For flavor purposes, then I'm gonna say he kind of like just runs his hand along the edge of the blade, and it seems to suddenly start to glow.
Fantastic. And then just general Foundry reference for everyone. You typically don't want to hit the use button for a consumable until you've dragged the effect on yourself, because otherwise it just reduces the amount of them in your inventory and puts a nice little message in chat that, hey, you fool, you used it and didn't give yourself the effect.
Everyone point and laugh at him.
Don't forget to turn on sweep for your attack bonus as well.
No. And let's see. It's a big +3. I'm like, oh. Hey!
That is an exact hit because you use the potency crystal. Fantastic.
Sir, and the sweep.
Yep. And you
good
turned
damage, too.
on...
18 points of damage.
Should be 2 more because you're also forceful. So you should have turned on the forceful second strike.
I forgot. I did,
No
yes.
worries.
Nah.
Falchions are kind of crazy weapons, let me be honest. Brings this guy to absolutely a near-death state of being, snarling in agony from your blade. But I believe that does it for you, good sir?
That does do it for me.
Fantastic. This guy gets 1 turn left, most likely, it seems. And he is probably going to start out with a bite on you here.
Understandable.
Yeah. Since you are still off guard, sickened, drained, he's got a pretty good chance of returning the favor of the impact.
Oh!
Ah! Oh no.
Yikes.
Not good.
Good news is, I don't think I can insta-kill you to massive damage.
I don't think so either. I have a lot of hit points.
And that is an awful roll on damage. That is only 18 points.
Yeah, I do go down. But, yeah. I'm not dead. I am, however, dying too, I believe.
You are, yes.
Because
And,
crit.
yeah, when you hit damage, Foundry will do that automatically for you because it was a crit.
Yeah.
You're dying too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, when you get down by a crit, it's dying too. Straight away.
Fine.
Yeah. You guys watch this thing turn around and tear into Brend. And then is going to turn a bit further and is going to cast another spell. This time... Ooh, just too barely far away, Click Clock. So he's going to target Rannig with this spell instead. If I could get a will save from you, please.
Okay. How dare you target the Oracle with all these will spells?
I know, what is wrong with me? That is a crit fail.
Now, I'll use my last one. Why not?
That is, quite frankly, very, very good you did not keep that crit fail. As this spell impacts you and shakes you for a moment, something in your mind flips, Rannig. Why did you start trusting people? You haven't known these people more than 36 hours. What are you doing with them? Can you
That's a
really
great question.
trust them?
No.
For a period of time, you are going to believe everyone you see is a potential threat, and you will be inherently unfriendly to all creatures you are not already hostile with. You treat no one as an ally right now. How you play that is entirely up to you, but click
Well-
clock, that brings us to you.
Well, that certainly means I
Ooh.
can't heal Brend.
Uh-oh.
You can't? Oh,
Cannot. He's
man.
not an ally.
I can heal him, but it takes all 3 actions for me to do it. Is a problem.
Well,
Yeah. Because assistant's not level 4. I'm not level 4, so he can't act on his own.
not quite.
Yes. Let's see. Well, I can do this, and then I could stride twice
Mm-hmm.
and get here. Quick clock. Potion in hand. There's a reason why I did this.
You did specify you had one in hand already.
Yes. Sprints around the pole because he doesn't want to get rusty. That's the worst nightmare for a robot. And then he's going to administer his potion to
Fantastic.
Brent.
Potions are the one thing you can't, like, anything that restores hit points are the one thing you can actually just hit use on, and it will auto-roll it.
It will?
Yes.
Cool. Boom. There you go.
4 health
Yeah.
back to you, Brand.
4 healing. Enough to not be downed.
Uh,
And then assistant shaking.
in his
just
bootstraps. Now, I do want to mention something to you, Brend. As you come back to consciousness, there is that weakness from both drawing the magic out of your own blood, the sickness of this thing's display causing your stomach to churn. But as you sort of take a look over the injuries and prepare to fight once more against this thing, you notice the wound where it had first bit you is already beginning to fester and discolor into a reddish brown. You are taking a -1 penalty to all of your athletics checks right now because of this. Specifically, a status penalty.
All those
Okay.
debuffs.
I unfortunately don't have an effect for that, so we'll just have to remember it.
That's fine.
But, Ragwin, that brings us back over to you.
All right.
It's getting bad.
I think I'm close enough to just shoot.
I believe so as well. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not off guard to you right now, so it'll be no sneak attack. But the crossbow is also just not doing it for you, it looks like.
Yeah. I'll use my last point.
Fair enough. 15. This thing is wily and quick, trying to shoot at it. The stalk on its back sort of sways out of the way and causes the crossbow to go flying just over Bren's head on the ground. But you do still have 2 actions left.
I'll reload and just try again.
Sure.
Nope.
There you go.
Oop. I feel like that should do something, right? If you get a 0 in total, something should happen.
A great hit.
Yeah. It's okay. If you guys ever get to a point where you roll a -1 due to debuffs, its stack overflows into a critical hit.
I like that
Rannig.
idea.
That's because it doesn't, but it's fun to think about. Rannig, we are over to you right now.
Okay.
Now, you do still recognize you were hostile to this thing, and you're not inherently hostile towards anyone else as of yet. You just don't trust them right now.
I don't trust any of them. Well, I'm going to move here.
Okay.
I think that'll hit. And I'm going to.
All right, you want to fight?
Yes, that will
assistant?
just hit him. I will howl like a wolf. Like lift my head back and scream like a wolf, and cast Sharp Note.
Ooh, fantastic. Mr. Bombastic. This thing will get a regular success on its fortitude save, so it'll take half of 1d8 sonic damage here.
Okay.
Which is pretty darn good, as its eardrums immediately rupture and begin to bleed. And it turns its baleful eyes on you, Ranig.
Well, then Rennig starts to whisper in a strange voice, this song bearing around him, and I will foretell harm that.
Fantastic. Okay. So at the beginning of this guy's turn, it is going to take 2 points of damage, I believe.
I think it's just, 2 points of damage.
It's twice the spell's rank.
Mm-hmm.
Very fun. Very, very fun. Well, as that brings us to the top of the round, that is actually to Bren's turn, as he is down on the ground, I believe no longer raging, unfortunately.
Yes.
The barbarian has fallen unconscious.
Stand up and kill it before it kills you again.
I am going to stand up.
Attack and run.
I am going to pick up my sword.
I do not play with people drop things on falling unconscious.
Okay.
Just because the fights I do, as you can probably tell, tend to be a bit challenging already. I don't want to gimp your guys' action economy further by punishing being unlucky. So you guys never have to worry about losing grip on falling unconscious.
In which case, I am very sorry.
Don't be.
But Brent is going to freak and back up against the pillar, just kind of hyperventilating.
Fantastic.
That'll be it.
Absolutely.
Let's see what happens.
Phenomenal. As we reach this guy's turn, at the start of his turn, Ranig, your bit of musical misfortune befalls this creature and injures it slightly.
Oh, shit. Oh, man.
I did not mean to drop it to 0. I just misclicked.
Dang it. That would have been so sick.
No, I clicked the wrong button on accident. However, at the same time, the malady affecting your mind vanishes. And your perception returns to normal.
Oh, did he look like that for... Huh.
This is my curse. This is what I look like when I'm cursed.
Yeah.
Sick.
Let's see. I'm out of funny spells to do. Unfortunately. Why the fuck do I have detect alignment on this guy still? It's a very useful spell.
Good thing Clicklock's evil. He won't go for Clicklock.
Click Clock, how's a 30 hit you?
That definitely hits.
Barely.
Yikes. It's a natural 19 on the attack.
Is that a one-hit knock? Oh, God.
Considering that is the maximum possible damage I could roll, yes.
That is not an instant death.
It is not.
That is what?
If he was capable of rolling one higher on either of his dice on that attack, that would have instantly killed Click Clock.
Click Clock is out. Yeah.
You guys, most of you watched as Click Clock ran over, administered a potion to Brend, but in strange circumstance, Brend did not attack. Brend backed up, seemingly freaking out, and this thing took the chance to dash over towards Click Clock, clamp its jaws around him, and go for a very dangerous bite that seems to have immediately dropped Click Clock down to 0 as well. Fantastic. That is going to bring us... Oh, he has one action left, doesn't he? He'll come charging at you now as well, Ranig. Actually, no. This guy, he's smart enough to go after the one who has already been heavily injured. He'll step towards Brend menacingly and bring us back to your turn, Ragwin.
Sorry, I confused myself with Ranak.
No worries.
Hmm. Okay, so close enough. I forgot I can do this. I'm gonna try to create a diversion.
Sure. Fantastic.
Do I need to roll something? I never
Yes.
used this before.
Yes, you are making a... effectively, you can click any of those gesture, trick, or distracting words buttons. I believe create a distraction is also in the basic action macros for those, so you don't have to put the direct action into chat every time. But you are making a deception check against the perception DC of every creature. An 18 just barely fails. This thing is on the warpath, trying to bite into and kill the people you've been traveling with up until now. Even as you shout out after it, it barely glances back towards you.
Alright, I'm gonna reload and shoot.
All right.
It's just in range.
Nope.
Ugh.
Aren't you strength based?
I hate to say it,
That's
I don't think the crossbows are really doing you too
Yeah, I
much
don't
help,
think so
Ragwin. Not being able to get flanking easily, and since you are strength-based instead of dex-based, your modifier to hit is quite low. But all good. Ranig, we are over to you as the music is pounding in your ears.
That's right. Does Brent look like he's ready to fight again? Jan?
He looks very freaked out, but I mean, he doesn't really have a different option, so yeah, at this point.
All right. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I think I can actually reach from right here. Oh no, it doesn't have a reach. Just kidding. We're going to do another sound effect.
Okay.
I'll just put it right here so it gets the creature. Boom. I'm going to cast Concordant Choir.
Fantastic. And that is the 2-action version.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful. I do need that flat check from you, as you are deafened and trying to cast
I don't
spell.
have to.
You can
because of
ignore that?
My mystery benefit, yep.
Fantastic. Yes, yes, yes. You
show
think
it
I
to
know
you.
how you work? I'm just trusting you to tell me.
When you're deafened, you don't need to make a flat check to perform an action with the auditory trait if the action is part of the cast of spell activity.
Perfect. Go ahead and click on that 2-action version of Concordant Choir.
Okay.
And I will make this thing's fortitude save. That is a natural 1.
Oh, thank goodness.
Well, thank goodness for that. Look at that massive hit damage.
With a natural 1, Ranig, how does this thing die?
I believe it is pulled apart by a cry of agony that comes from deep within Ranag, but very musical at the same time.
Very tasteful.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Terrifying but melodic.
As this beautiful sound to some, terrifyingly dangerous to others, cries out, this thing is not only ripped apart almost as if at the seams by the waves of magical energy emanating out from you, but it also almost immediately begins to melt down into a puddle of red and black sludge on the ground. I am going to keep us in initiative here for a hot moment because we do have someone who is dying and on death's door. Do you have anything you'd like to do with your last action here, Ranig?
Let's see. I don't think I could do anything with one action.
Pray for mercy.
Guidance. Guidance is for. It's not for flat checks. So I'll just run over here and get by him.
Sure. All right. Brend, do you have anything you can do, or what do you do in this moment as the fight seems to end, but someone is very badly wounded?
I do. I will stride over and I will give him one of my healing potions.
Fantastic.
Oh.
Moves into flanking positions and
you.
performs the coup de grace.
Yes, of course.
Oh no.
3 health back to you, Click Clock.
Oh, jeez.
And that is where the encounter will end as you wake back up with a similar festering of your wound to Brand, a reddish brown, dare I say, rust-like color, beginning to set in around the bite, and a noticeable weakness in your limbs. But you all are alive, at the very least.
I'm gonna go
Goodness.
lean up against
Right
this
at me.
pillar.
Yeah, fair.
Ooh.
I'm gonna start refocusing to get this curse away from me.
I think I'm
Ooh.
gonna drop the crossbow and never use it again.
Yeah.
How much did you do? Any damage with them?
He did.
One.
Well, it was
Okay.
like it was like viable against this other guys, but that thing was too high level. It was AC.
Yeah.
It was really high.
For reference sake, these guys are all level -1. This guy was level 3. This was
Dang, that's
perhaps
a lot.
not a fight you guys were meant to take on while at level 1.
Agreed. I was
I
messaging
agree,
Danny
yeah.
that I was like, Danny, we're not supposed to be here. We're supposed to be back at that Stonehome investigating.
Yeah.
Well, hey, certain somebody wanted us to be here, and now he's exploring the cliffs.
Don't take advantage of my sandbox I'm giving access to you guys. Follow the railroad.
Yeah. Nah, we're capable. At least we know we can win an encounter above our level.
Yeah, you can win 1.
That was
Very,
very
very
touch
close.
and go. It was very
Very
touch and go. Did not like that.
Yeah.
Yes, a very, very dangerous encounter, but also lets you guys know, hey, yeah, something is most certainly wrong here.
TikTok's going to be like, oh gosh, I don't feel very good. He's gonna drink Elise's bottled Vim, which is him dumping it into his chassis somewhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Elsie's
Same.
excellent bottled Vim.
If Brent doesn't have one, I'll give him mine.
Yes.
There's a couple in the party stash still.
All right.
Now,
Oh, right, that is right.
notably, you guys are welcome to drink that.
Oh, I hit consume. My
You
bad.
are not succumbed to enfeebled, clumsy, drained, or sickened right now,
Oh yeah, but
which
that
is
will
what
be
it
later.
does.
Oh okay. I
Maybe.
guess I should wait. Maybe I should wait.
I am.
Yeah,
I don't know what
okay,
you're
wait.
talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I
You
am
are
both
drained,
drained and
Brend.
sickened.
All right.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll undo that.
Sure. Go ahead and I'll put one more back in the party stash that you can give to yourself.
Okay, sure. Yeah.
Don't hit the use button necessarily.
Why?
Because oh no, you're all
I'm
good.
sorry.
Perfect.
I feel like Foundry's stupid. Okay, it's not my fault.
It is.
And
No,
then-
Foundry has made a spaghetti code. So you guys purchased 5 so far, and you've used 2.
Correct.
Perfect.
That should
Does
be
someone
correct.
have one in their inventory right now? Click clock.
Yeah, I have one. I took.
Okay,
one back.
perfect. Then it's all correct on the number. Just wanted to make sure you guys weren't losing out on what you spent your hard-earned money on.
Well, don't know about harder, but money anyway.
Fair.
Goodness.
Brend, I will say you can pretty easily just take some time retching now that the fight is over to get rid of that sickened condition, and the bottled Vim will help you ignore that drained condition for 8 hours.
Yeah.
I should probably
Okay.
create an effect just so we'll be able to keep track of it, because I feel like that's something you'll use a lot in this game.
Yes.
That's actually very good for Blood Rager. But you guys take a few minutes here, it seems, to take a deep breath, take note of what's going on. Something is very, very strange here, and most of you are pretty heavily wounded following that fight. So, what are we thinking? What would we like to do?
No.
What the hell was that?
Don't know, but I don't think we should stay here.
No, I couldn't figure it out. That thing. I've never seen it before. Never read about it.
Yeah, Randy is just rocking himself back and forth and singing. He seems like he's lost his
Well,
mind.
Poor Braddock's gone completely insane, and he didn't even go down. I can only imagine what must be in for my mind and yours, Brent. Let me patch you up, Brent. You seem to be down worse for wear.
Right.
10 minutes to
Yeah.
give Brent some healing.
So the question I'll ask, if you want to do that, is whether you want to stay here and take some time healing, or if you guys want to skedaddle on back to the mainland first, because you've only got a few dozen minutes until low tide is over, and you guys will effectively be stuck here for the night.
Let's return.
So,
I'm gonna check the tent. Okay, good, Brent.
yeah.
Yeah, Brendo's gonna limp over to that tent. I mean, that's why we did all of this, apparently.
Well, I'm already diseased. So I'll just follow. Why not?
What could go wrong?
Right?
It can't go worse.
Fantastic. Rennig, should I assume you are taking the moment here to effectively refocus?
Yeah, he's just out of it over here about the pillar.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's
Actually, I'm gonna take take the time while he's refocusing to fix my unstable.
Sure. Yeah, if you want to focus on getting rid of that. So we've got Brend going to look inside the tent. The tent itself is actually pretty much completely barren. There's no furniture, really. There's like a few chairs, actually. Very simple wooden chairs. Most importantly, though, is a staircase. Carved into the dirt, seemingly just heading deep underground. It continues far beyond what you can see with your limited vision, especially with a lack of light.
Lads, I found something. Leads underground.
Have we finished?
We'll say about this time about 10 minutes have passed, so you can repair assistant. Rannig, if you were refocusing during that time, you can get rid of your curse bound.
No, I wasn't repairing assistant. I was just
Or not repairing, repairing your, effectively, overclock.
Oh my gosh. Well, something tells me whatever's down there is probably worse than what was up. Yeah, I don't know if I want to go down there right now. Should probably get
No
out of
way.
here.
I mean, well, pardon, maybe I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed always, but they don't look like they're supposed to be here. And I'll point to the corpses, or whatever that thing was.
yeah. What's their holy symbol? Have we recognized that?
Anyone who would like to can go ahead and give me a recall knowledge on that.
Sure.
I hit the wrong.
I said it's probably religion, so
It's a holy symbol, yeah.
Oh, I was targeting the guy. I'm pretty sure. My
That
bad.
is.
Or maybe I
Nope, you
wasn't.
were not Rennig. Fantastic. Okay. Okay. Wheel. Some interesting rolls on this regard. Give me one moment to just check something. Do.
I don't like this. What
My
you
notes
doing?
are far too spread out.
Oh,
Why are they all in so many different spaces? Okay. Sorry, I know. I should be more prepared than this.
you're fine. As far as I'm concerned.
Rannig and Click Clock. Both of you recognize something about this symbol.
We look at each other.
Horseshoe burning. The rust. Rannig, the name Sin of Steel comes to you as the pieces fall into place. That is the title of this entity. When you share that title with Click-Clock, who is perhaps a bit less knowledgeable about matters of religion, but is far more knowledgeable about terminology and names from many thousands of years ago, the title Sin of Steel holds a much different meaning. For the Sin of Steel is a demon lord, Sar-Azmak, lord of living entropy, corrupting all he finds with his touch. Metals, stone, flesh, even hope is all decayed in his presence.
Sin of Steel.
The Sin of Steel. I don't know why I remember these things, but it seems like I must have known about it. It's not a good thing.
I will also say, between the two of you, with your knowledge rolls, you know that Sar-Azmak is destroyed.
Okay. Ooh. Worried there for a second.
And was many, many, many long years ago.
He should be destroyed. But are they trying to bring him back? I mean, this does look like a summoning circle, after all. Whatever's happening here is not good.
Do you think that looks like a failure or like they succeeded?
Just bloody mess of mush.
I've seen all this before.
Yeah.
Definitely trying to summon something.
This central pit, it's a few feet deep, so it's hard to tell what might have been there from a distance, but as you approach, of course, anyone who comes in would roll against being sickened, but since there's no risk of combat, I will say you either succeed or manage to vomit it out quite easily, and you guys are free to roam about without issue at this point.
I don't like being in here. Ready to get out of it.
That pit is filled with like weathered chunks of stone, rubble, scree. There's a few shoots of grass and small shrubs growing out of it, but it just looks like a bunch of ruin in there. I will, however, also mention at this point, now that you could have taken a closer look at them, click clock.
Yeah.
Each of these ruins in the ground is very easily recognizable to you with your age. These were sculptures made out of stone, specifically of the seven runes of sin.
Oh, how did I not even think of that?
And you recognize that it's ruined, so it was hard to tell from a distance, but when you can actually like stand over and look at them and you're like, oh yeah, there's the rune of envy, there's the rune of lust, there's pride, there's wrath. These are the Thessalonian runes of sin.
These are the runes of sin. Well, that makes sense. This 7 spires, 7 symbols. It's to do with the old Runelords. And for some reason, these worshippers of this old dead demon are set up here, trying to accomplish something.
Why are they here?
I don't know, but it's certainly not good. And there's 2 lines from 2 of the symbols.
What symbols are those?
Yeah, what symbols are those?
Oh, goodness, that's a good question. I think...
Oh, I thought we discovered something important.
it is a bit important.
Oh,
It is... I don't know off the top of my head which rune is which, so I may have to rephrase.
The symbol for the Lord of... and the Lord of... What are we doing to do?
But this is going to be envy. This is going to be pride.
Envy. Wait, what's the one that I have again?
you have one?
my good sir. Shh. That's
Wait,
forbidden lore.
Well, I think Odd Click Clock knows, right? Sorry, I didn't
Click
hear.
Clock is aware. Click Clock has been told what
Yeah.
rune he bears. Let me pull up the different note document. Sorry.
Right, I can scroll up on our chat.
I have too many documents set up.
Nope. Did you send me it
was a
whatever.
long message at some point.
Yes, envy. That's something I must tell you all, but I don't think now's the time.
We need to get off of this island while we have the chance.
I agree.
Right.
We've already been out here far too long.
Yeah. You guys would have enough time at this point still to make it back to Iron Harbor from here. Question: are you guys leaving the corpses, or are you taking their shit?
Oh,
They
taking their
have
shit.
Do they have shit? Yeah?
I mean, they have their clothes, that sort of rust-colored leather cloak they're wearing, which functions as leather armor, and their rusty daggers. They actually each have like an entire belt of rusty daggers.
Never mind. Maybe I don't want to take their shit.
Well,
Maybe just the symbol to show it to people. So
Oh,
they
yeah,
can
they
use
cut
it
out
to
the
do it.
symbol.
yeah, if you guys want to
Maybe-
cut out the symbol from one of these and take
I
it
think that
with
would take forever. Let's just take the whole armor.
you. Sure.
I'm a craftsman. Do you not think I could cut out a piece of cloth in
Let's
in
see.
short
Let's see.
time?
Let's see you do it then.
All right. Mhm. I
While the tide rises and drowns us all.
Nice.
With practiced precision, you carve into the leather and manage to get a nice circle of leather with the symbol on it.
yes. Yeah. All right. See, not but a moment. Let's get out of here.
I'll never die to you again.
So we are leaving the armor and daggers behind.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
They're too
cool,
rusty.
cool.
We don't like it.
All right.
Don't keep asking us because it makes me feel like I'm
Let them,
screwing up.
yeah, let them form animated armor and attack us later. It's fine.
Look, I just know that you guys are poor.
Yes, we are.
I
had to
am
use One of
rich.
my potions.
I have good
Yeah, but-
friends.
Rusty stuff. I don't want to touch that.
I have wealthy friends.
Well,
Oh,
I'm not even sure they're my friends anymore.
it's like I barely made it across all that water. That was crazy.
Things I saw when that wolf got into my head.
Well,
You
did I
guys,
see anything when I died or went down or almost died? I was literally 2 hit points away from dying.
your vision going black.
Yeah.
No special
Must
visions
breathe.
yet.
We'll
We'll get to that point.
I saw the gods. They spoke to me. Said, "Quick, Bob, your time is not here yet.
It said update available.
Update available. Your firmware will be updated.
No, not
Is
in the
that
middle of
you
a
have-
fight.
You must
Same with-
update your. You must restart your system. Windows 10 has an update." Just
I
kidding.
don't know what any of that means. Did no one tell Bran we were leaving?
Right.
I think he
He
wants to
must have-
stay there.
He must have
Okay.
fell to the sea.
Bye, Bran.
Well, as you
You take
guys
break?
No,
all, yeah, we're about to. As you guys cross back over to the mainland, and actually have some time, whether you would like to head towards somewhere like Elsie's to heal up, or just spend some time out here where there really isn't anyone else to heal up. We are going to go ahead and take a break here. So stand up, stretch, grab some water, do whatever you need to do, and I'll see you all in just a few minutes.
All right.
Alrighty, welcome back, everyone. So, you guys have just returned safely to the mainland of Iron Harbor. What are we thinking? Do you guys want to go somewhere immediately? Do you want to spend some time treating your wounds? What are we looking at?
I would rather return to town before we just do anything else out here.
Is anyone here a healer?
Well, yes, I can patch this up right now. How long does it take to get back to town?
Like 5 minutes. You guys are about like 300 feet from the edge of town, maybe.
Yes, let's heal up at Elsie's. I can patch you up. I've taken to patching up my guild master, so I can take care of us. I read some books and made sure to understand the average anatomy of most creatures, so I could help when necessary.
I am definitely sensing motive on you.
Go ahead.
What is this robot trying to treat people doing?
How is this?
He seems to be honest.
I'll never die to you again.
Hey, quick to doubt, quick to trust. A very, very interesting fellow.
It's the magic thing. Remember, Click-Clack.
Yeah, I mean, you guys are like heavily injured and wounded and bloodied. So I guess the real question is, do you want to walk through town looking like this?
Oh,
Yeah.
true. Okay, fine. We'll heal up outside.
You're basically falling apart there, Click Clock.
What are you talking about? I
Get
feel
in the water, guys.
great.
It's good for the winds.
Oh, Ragwin, right? Look at you.
Yeah, without any without any ward medic or continual recovery, you are welcome to roll if you would like. However, we can also say you guys just take about like an hour and a half or so to get Click Clock, Brend, and Rannick fully back up.
Yeah. Click Clock will start healing.
Perfect. No real need to just sit here and force rolls. That's always lame and slows things down.
I'm
so-
not going to start with the risky surgery. 'Cause I don't want to kill us on accident.
Fair.
Okay, yeah.
Awesome. You guys can just go ahead and heal on up here.
Random.
Get rid of your wounded condition as you are successfully wound treated.
Okay.
And of course, you would have enough time to repair assistant during that as well.
Click Clock's just hard at work here.
Rennick starts like flexing his hands. I don't, something feels a little bit off about this. Like there's a piece of you in me or something.
Well, no, don't worry about that. You're right as rain.
Ah, that's right. I'll never doubt you again.
Well, you had a particular incision. I wanted to make sure it was extra sealed, and I used a bit of a special technique I learned in order to make sure that things were right as rain.
That bloody cultist nearly cut me in half.
Yeah, yes, there's a lot of them. There's something going on over there, no doubt.
No, cultists of the Demon Lord of Rust at a place called Rusthenge. Couldn't be.
Yeah.
See the coincidence.
There's no connection there.
Let's return to the village.
Brend, feel free to heal yourself up to full.
It's like pretty much getting dark now, right?
Yes, by the time you finish up, it is approaching 8:30. The sun has fully set at this point, or is about to fully set. Darkness is setting in. People have returned from their day out fishing and are sort of getting ready to bed down for the eve. You guys can certainly return to Elsie's as she is preparing to close up shop for the day, but make sure you get in before the doors close. Oh! Glad to see you're all doing all right still. Told me you're making your way on out to that Rusthenge, I believe, and well, you know how it goes. Some people don't tend to feel too good when they go there. How'd it go for you all?
Terribly. We got attacked by cultists and a vicious dog with a thing coming out of its back, and I almost died.
Right, of course, certainly. Strange things happen at Rusthenge, after all.
Yes, the cultists. Yeah, did you all know about them?
So we're the
You
thing you cut off.
actually being serious, or are you still just pulling my leg?
I'm being dead serious. I mean, look at it. Look at it. I mean, I guess he looked pretty shabby before, but look at Brent. He was nearly torn apart. Me? I mean, my anatomy's different. I wouldn't expect you to understand the changes. Yes, I would advise anyone to stay as far away from that island as possible. There's something happening there.
Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check. If anyone wants to aid this, they may.
Please do. I have proficiency, but
Oh, I'll aid you.
You just told small town shopkeeper that, hey, there's cultists over at your local tourist destination, kinda, sorta. That
Yeah,
almost
listen.
killed us.
listen, Click Clock, he's learning the ways of the world.
Go ahead and
right.
take your +1 circumstance bonus.
Oh wait, I forgot to add it. I clicked too fast.
Should be a 16.
Yeah, sorry, I click clocking all over the place.
She looks on the fence. She doesn't seem to inherently disbelieve you because you guys haven't lied to her so far. She hasn't really been given a reason to disbelieve you guys. But at the same time, that in and of itself is something that's just so far-fetched to hear that it's almost, she doesn't want to believe it. So she sort of like turns her head and side-eyes you guys and just nods slowly. Well, I'm not planning on going back anytime soon anyway, so I'll make sure to stay away.
I think that would be best.
Good call. Yes.
And do you recognize this symbol by any chance?
She will take a look over the sort of rust-colored leather armor with this burning horseshoe symbol on it. Which, unfortunately for her, gives a bit more credence to the story you were just telling. After a moment, she'll shake her head. No, I can't say that that symbol has any sort of meaning to me. Lots of different religions out there and fanatical people who worship them. I have enough trouble keeping track of Gorum and Jartovan and Suzuriel and all the changes that have been going on here, so I'm not the most knowledgeable about these sorts of worldly things.
Sorry, what was the name of this? The sin of iron or whatever?
Yeah, I'll type it up in chat for you guys.
Yeah.
Sar as Mac. As I immediately spell it wrong like an idiot.
But that is different from the other one. Yeah. Okay.
Yes. Sar as Mac is a specifically demon lord. Whereas Zuriel is a rider of war. So, demon lords, of course, belong in the Abyss. The riders of war are with daemons in Abaddon, which is effectively the neutral evil plane, if you're looking at it from an alignment perspective. So, completely different realms, completely different entities. And of course, Sarazmak is dead.
As well. We had an unfortunate time at that island. I think we'll need. Would you be willing to let us stay here again for the evening?
You all already paid for another night, so you're more than welcome to stick around.
Thank you.
Very kind of
Appreciate
you.
I don't actually recall if you guys paid for another night or not. I don't care that much.
Of course we did.
Sure.
Paid for a whole week, actually.
Yeah. Certainly.
No, just one night.
Yeah.
Or 2 nights.
Well, it is about 8:30 p.m., so you guys certainly could do some other things tonight if you would like to still. However, it is quite late. Most of you had a pretty rough experience on the island. If you would simply like to get an early sleep and leave the night at that, you are welcome to do so as well.
Where, Elsie, where do things happen here in this town? What about a tavern?
You're looking at it. Again, we don't really have a tavern or inn or the like that's normal. It's general store. You come in, I got alcohol on the shelf over there. Some people have their own private stores that they purchase from merchants coming through, but it's a mostly self-sufficient town. Not much nightly entertainment people go by.
So, people, they get off their fishing boats, they come back ashore, they go straight to their homes and never come back out till the morning.
Well, some people like to go around, spend some time with one another, have cookouts in the backyard, things like that. But not many people have what some of you, forgive me, strange folk have the capability to see in the dark without a light source. So most of the time, lights stay off aside from torches carried by them religious folk, and once things are dark, people tend to spend the night sleeping.
Well, that's me told then.
Well,
I guess I'll
thank you
just
for
stay here for the evening.
hospitality.
I think I just remember something. The people that we saw, there's a dead god, right?
That what?
Um,
Sorry?
there's a dead god that of this town.
Yes,
Gorum? Gorum?
Gorum.
Yeah.
Or
The
the demon?
symbol
Okay.
that we saw that they hammered in the armor and put a new one. What was it?
The new symbol is typically that of Jar Tavan, which is a blade upon an anvil. You have seen once or twice an individual worshipping Cezuriel, and her holy symbol is... it is a black sword held by a pale hand, both quite different from this burning horseshoe symbol.
I see. I thought I had something there.
I love the thought process. Keep it up. You have not seen any. You have not seen this symbol anywhere else as of yet.
Yes. Well, I think it's I don't know if this has anything to do with the fall of Gorum as of recently. I wonder how long these cultists have been here, but I don't know if we have any way of telling.
I mean, do you say that aloud while Elsie is still here, or are you sort of keeping that to your group?
To the group, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
I should be asking Elsie. How? Maybe I'll find her.
What's for dinner, Elsie?
Like,
Fish,
My favorite.
some flatbread, bit of alcohol if you're in for it, and nice little spread I've got set up.
for me, the best food, knowledge. How long has the when is this this strange rust disease people rumoring about? How long have we been talking about such thing? You know
Are
how
you
long that's been present?
Talking about that, what happened to Brother Blanton that you mentioned, or the illness people feel when they go to Rusthenge? Two different things.
They are unrelated, I suppose. Yeah, it's rather Blantons.
That's something that's not been happening. Something not seen before, so I don't know what I thought, picked up on the way to Osprey Cove, but there's been no signs of anything like that here.
Did he go? Did he go to the island? Perhaps.
I don't know. Again, I seen Blanton a couple times around town, but I'm not the best with names and people.
Do you know who he talked to? I mean, mostly was it the other guards?
Yeah, he was one of them ex-Goramite turned Tovanites. So, once the Thessalonians showed up and Stonehome got shut down, came out less and less. Saw him with a couple guards here and there, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I know the people of town better. The everyday fisher folk who are just trying to make a good living. Those zealots who spend most of their time over at Stonehome, they're just not really worth the time and energy most of the time.
Yes. Well, our friend is there. Maybe we'll talk to her tomorrow evening or tomorrow morning.
Yeah. And don't forget, if you are heading in at some point, if your friend doesn't come out or you decide to head in at some point, and you got that medicine I gave you, so try and help out if you can.
Yes, well, we will.
Specifically, Ida is who the medicine is for. The name of the ram.
I'm thinking about
Wonderful.
going there, but
Sorry?
If we're gonna sneak around, it would be better to do it at night, right, guys?
Are you suggesting we head there now? I suppose we could. I'm a bit tired, but I feel better now that I've repaired myself.
You guys also got up at a more normal hour today as opposed to butt crack of dawn like the previous day. So you definitely are not at a point where you guys are pushing fatigued. However, it is notable that Ragwin is the only person who can actively see in the dark. The rest of you either have low light vision or nothing.
Do
Just hold my hands.
do I look like a thief to you? Someone who wanders around under the shadow of night? I am built for flair, dramatics,
Panache.
panache, shyness. If you want to do some sneaking under the cover of darkness, be my guest.
Maybe we should rest and see if Ordwi comes out in the morning.
All right.
If not, we should investigate immediately.
All right.
See if Krakow came away with any information from the wee bairns.
Sorry, what
Yeah.
did you say? Krakow? Is that a spell? I'm just kidding.
He has not come back either, notably.
I think Krakow must be dead.
Let's go look for him.
We'll save him tomorrow.
We're just gonna have the whole campaign looking for the guy who left.
That's what the plot turns into. Yep. It's where's
Krakow.
Waldo, but where's Krakow? Every battle map, I'll have his token at like
Wait to find it.
0.1 size, and you guys have to find where it is. If you do, you get a hero
0
point.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Okay.
All
I-
right.
I think it's. I'm fine with resting for
Yeah.
the night.
I think that sounds about fair. If you guys want to go ahead and just take your long rest at this point, you are welcome to do so. Thankfully, nothing strange will occur in the middle of the night, so you guys are free to rest and get up at a decent hour.
my spell slots are restored. I didn't know I had any spell slots.
Yeah.
It's because I have one cantrip.
Yup. You've got your funny cantrip, and that's what makes it matter. Fantastic. Just like yesterday, you guys rest, wake up on the hardwood floor of LC's to the smell of fresh bread baking in the back room. And after a few minutes, of course, Elsie comes out, offers you guys breakfast, which you are free to partake in as you prepare yourself for the day ahead. And you are supposed to be meeting Elder Ordwi on the outskirts of town this morning.
First, let me look at these wounds. I want to see Brend, assistant or Click-Clock, whoever got bitten.
Yes.
I'm not wounded. Yeah, I'll inspect myself.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a medicine check. Anyone who would like to examine these.
All right. Oh, I am good at medicine.
Can I do it even if I'm terrible at it?
Yeah.
Look at that. I know what I'm doing.
You're definitely sick. I can tell. Oh, you're so sick.
Oh, I know better than Ragwin. But
Uh,
still. Oh, well.
I mean, Click Clock, you would potentially know best since you are the one directly feeling it. The bite marks themselves have thankfully been hammered out of you and have healed on Brend. But still, these sort of rust-colored bruises endure. And especially this morning, the two of you would be experiencing a sort of full-body aches. Very similar almost to what you might experience after a long workout. Just soreness throughout the entire body.
Excuse me, soreness? Well, what is that?
A new feeling for you. It's like you haven't been greased in a while.
I don't feel very good.
Well,
Same for
it was
me.
nice. It was nice knowing you.
You are able to confirm the two of you are afflicted by some sort of disease, likely whatever Brother Blanton was afflicted by, based on that bruising.
Yes. Well, I don't feel less capable, but we need to figure this out. We need to speak with Ordwi. Something's unsettling here. Let's head for the meeting spot.
Mr.
Where's that?
Untrained in Athletics. Just sort of on the edge of town, basically where you guys met the soldier at first was where you just sort of agreed to meet back up.
Good morning to you again, Valerie, whatever your name was.
She is not there this morning.
Oh,
There is another guard there who is this time bearing a sort of a Zuriel holy symbol on their armor.
oh, we take turns. I see. No matter.
As you guys sort of head out, this figure, you know, tall, shaved head, heavy armor with a blade at their side, just sort of nods at you as you pass by. And you guys head like 20, 30, 40 feet away and just wait.
Did she say what time she was coming?
No, you sort of said morning, which you guys could make reasonable estimates, maybe like 8, 9 in the morning. It's probably about 8, 10 or so by the time you guys finish up your morning preparations and head over. So,
She didn't strike me as the late type. I would imagine she would be here on time, but we should wait a little bit longer.
yeah. How long are you guys willing to wait?
3 seconds. I'll wait till at least 9. At least 9, and
Sure.
we can reassess then if the rest of the party thinks that's reasonable.
Brand will take a look at that guard every now and again, kind of scratching at the side of his neck every so often.
Yeah, the guard is sort of just like standing there, blade actually kind of planted into the ground alongside them as they're just standing there, arms crossed, staring down the road. Definitely like flicking a gaze towards you guys every now and then as well. But like trying not to make eye contact with any of you, just like eyes slide over and look at you, and then the moment one of you looks in their direction, they sort of jerk their head and go back to staring down the road.
Well, I'm used to that sort of behavior.
But
I don't know if she's coming.
yeah, the morning passes. 9 a.m. approaches pretty rapidly for you guys as you wait. And even looking down the street towards Stonehome, since it's relatively clear, there is no sign of Elder Ordwi.
I fear the worst. We might need to go check this out.
Where should we start?
Well.
You want to check the mansions or the temple?
Let's go talk to Derek or David or whatever his name was.
Daryl?
I don't know.
Well, what if Ordwi shows up while we're down there?
Why, we can wait a few more minutes.
I can
You can
wait.
tell the guard.
Yeah,
I can wait.
if you want to ask the guard who's here, you're welcome to do that as well.
Like, hello, friend? No, I'll let somebody else talk.
Was it Ragwin's idea? Go forward, Ragwin.
All right. Hello.
Good morning to you.
Do you think you could do a favor for us?
No.
Oh,
Why
Alright.
should I?
well, it's nice to be nice.
Sure, but do I know you? If I'm going to do a favor for someone, I would expect it to be paid back in kind. I don't know who you are, so how could I trust you to pay a favor back in kind?
Okay, maybe 1 silver?
What sort of favor are we talking about?
There's someone we have to meet in here, but seems she's late. We have other business to do, so if she comes here, could you tell us where over here in those mansions?
You're heading to Gold's Ruin. All right.
Oh, yes.
Best of luck with that. Sure, if someone comes by looking for a group of 4 Fucking weirdos. I can let them know, I suppose.
Thank you.
They always send the mean ones to stand on the road, don't they?
You think they have nice guards here?
I guess not.
How did it go, Ragwin?
Oh, it went perfect. They're so kind in here.
That's hard to believe. I'll
Well,
never doubt you again.
let's visit this location.
Yeah. As you guys approach these three... Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, Brandwood, as we're kind of leaving, he'd just walk up to the guard and kind of just stare at the holy symbol.
What are you looking at?
Oh yeah, what does
The-
the symbol look like for this guy?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The
It was the Ethereal.
Yes, so it is a black sword with sort of a pale hand cut off at the
Okay.
wrist holding it at the
Okay,
hilt.
sorry. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, he'll kind of just blankly, like he's not all there, keep looking at it.
Hey! Interested in worship of the rider, are you?
Worship.
Yeah.
No. Why worship?
'Cause why not?
This is worship, and I'll kind of point to him standing at the road.
It's doing my job. I'm not going to dedicate every waking second of my life to prayer and sacrifice, but I'm going to offer my prayers to deity of my choosing and do my job normally.
I kind of look to everyone as they're heading off to the mansions and say,
Are you coming, friend?
I'll stay.
Oh,
Oh, all right.
I'll
my
wait,
silver.
see if Ordwi come by.
You're not just going to keep staring at me, are you?
He'll turn around and give him a smile.
I guess
No.
we'll walk.
What gave you that idea?
Gods below, you are one of the weird ones, aren't you? Fine, stare away. And she'll actually, like, seeing this happen, she'll flip the silver piece back towards you, Ragwin.
Oh,
Seems like I won't be needing this, so...
see, I told you, very kind in here.
Here it is.
Uh,
I think Click-Clock will lean to rag with it. So, whatever's happening here, is this what they call flirting between two individuals?
No, I'm not sure what is happening either.
I know sometimes humans feel things for each other, so I wasn't certain.
Might be. He's looking kind of in that area, right?
What area?
Oh, never mind.
Well, let's proceed.
Randing's like 30 feet ahead of everybody at this point.
yeah.
Turns around. What is going on?
Brent's staying behind. Just keep an eye out for Ordwi for us, I think.
What
And
didn't we tell the guard to keep an eye out for her?
Making a new friend, I suppose.
What?
I don't know. He was staring at her chest, so.
Fine, we'll just trot over. Brent, what's going on?
Kind of takes a moment, turns to you and says, like I said, just waiting. I mean, it's just some old mansions, right?
Maybe there's things to see in there. Maybe a ghost to talk to. At least it's something to do. Some directive that we have. I don't think Ordwi's coming.
I think here is better for me.
Staring at this guard? Or what's going on here exactly?
Worship.
Sporadic worship.
I think
What the-
he's lost it.
I've never seen him like this before. Since when have you been a religious man, Brent?
Religious. Don't know.
I'll come back. Everything all right?
It seems like, yeah, I sort of whisper this. I don't necessarily want Bren to hear it, but I'm not trying to hide it from him. Just be like, I think Bren is under some sort of spell or something.
You think it might be the rust?
Maybe.
Could
Click
be,
Cluck.
yeah.
Do you feel the same way, Click Cluck? Or Assistant, whichever one of you got bitten?
I think I would like to stay here. I'm just kidding. It's a joke.
I
no,
hate
feel
you
fine.
so much.
Brand, while you guys are doing this, can I get either a perception or religion check from you? There will be different results based off of which you choose.
Oh, give me 1 second.
And whichever you choose can be public.
Okay.
Public.
Yeah.
Public.
Public. A
17.
17 perception. Above average, my favorite. As you are sort of like having this conversation with Ranig and Click-Clock and Ragwin are looking on in mild concern, your eyes drawn to this holy symbol on this guard's armor, that blackened sword, the pale hand holding it upright. There is a brief moment, no more than a flicker, a second of a second, that you are staring at it, that it seems to shift for. No longer a straightened black greatsword being held upright, but a beautiful curved falchion. Just for the faintest of moments, almost so quick you could convince yourself that you're still waking up and it's a hallucination, but you saw it change. And then it's back to normal.
Kind of tilt his head.
All right. Assistant, grab him. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. Are you all right, Brend? Should we? I feel that this might be dangerous. We don't want to go in there without you.
You'll see him kind of lick his lips. I want that. As I'll point at the symbol.
Well, we can get you one. No worries about that, Brent.
Alright. Maybe a blacksmith in town?
But I want that.
That particular piece of armor?
It's wasted on the undeserving.
Right there.
Okay,
well-
the craziness is starting to wear even on my patience. So, would you do me a favor and just kindly fuck off now, please?
And come on, we
Renegade takes a step back too. Like, what is going on?
Brent moving at all? Just like,
Nope. Like a statue.
Head is just going to be constantly turning ever so slightly as he cocks his head until it goes a full 180.
like, Brent, come on, tug at his arm. Like, let's go. We don't need to fight with this one.
Fight. Fight. I'll point at the armor again. We fight for it. You and me.
No. This is mine. Why would I fight you for it?
He'll tilt his head. Worshipper of the Rider.
Yeah.
Too coward to fight.
Oh my gods below. Why did it have to be today that the crazy people came to call? Are you all going to do something about your compatriot here? Are you going to let him continue to just lose one marble at a time? I think he has very few left at this rate.
You're right. Come on, come, Brent.
Yes, assist and help Ranug. We need. Let's go. Come on,
No
Brent.
sense in picking a fight today. You have other things to do.
I'm gonna try to wrestle him
Sure,
away.
I'm sure Brent comes willingly.
Me too.
Yeah, I mean, if people start pulling him away, he'll strain a little bit, but I mean, eventually, yeah, that's probably be overpowered if, everyone's...
Yeah. Can I
pitching
get a perception check blind from everyone else, please, aside from Brend? Ooh. Ragwin. As Click Clock, Assistant, Ranig are all sort of focused on pulling Brend away, you watch this guard take sort of a scrap of paper, scribble something on it just sort of out of view of everyone else, just sort of like holding against the hilt of their blade and scratching a short message into it with like their thumb of their armor, quickly fold it up, and much faster and more nimble than a normal guard wearing full armor like this you would imagine should be able to move, moves forward and slips it into Bren's pocket.
Oh.
She gave him his phone number. Her phone number.
I didn't know. I didn't see anything.
All right.
Let's go. Let's this way. Let's get him away from that guard over there.
Well, we're walking. Can I try to get that paper?
Give me a thievery check.
Nah.
Come on.
Aw.
That is a failure. So as you guys are walking, Brend, now that you're sort of back to your own conscious self, you notice as you're walking that Ragwin like slips his fingers into your pocket and seems to be fishing for something there.
Good lord.
What are you doing?
Oh, well, you had a bit of dust here. I pat him on the butt.
Oh, thanks for getting that.
You're welcome.
He seems to believe you.
Are you all right, Brent?
Yeah. We was going to Gold's Ruin, was it, right?
Yes, I have a question for you. Are you in love with that woman?
So kind of tilt his head at you.
Sorry, I
What
don't
woman?
understand emotions very well. Well, you know what? I don't want to get you stuck again. Let's keep moving.
What woman?
What woman? The one you were staring at. Said something about the rider.
Oh, nope. He didn't say anything about that. let's just go to these ruins, shall we?
As everyone is concerned and off-put, finally step away from this guard and head towards Gold's Ruin, which is simply about 3 half-finished, half-put-together mansions. It's mostly just sort of the shells of them, with the walls mostly put up, the roofs in relatively decent condition, but very clearly incomplete. Nowhere near finished or fully habitable, but the doors on the eastern one is open, while the doors on the western and central one are closed.
Well, Daryl, Derek, Darren, Derelict.
As you call out, 20, 30 seconds later, out of the open door of the eastern building comes a dark-skinned human male wearing relatively sort of ragged blue clothing, dreadlocks, a full beard, a very fun-looking guy, if you will.
I will.
And he will
Like a lot of fun.
step out, sort of wiping his hands. Aye, Daryl's me, Daryl Finnick. What can I do you for?
Well, hello there, Daryl. The name's Rannick.
Nice
These
to, good to meet you, Ranig.
Thank you. Above table. What are we asking him?
Elsie told you guys he used to be an architect. He was ostensibly one of the people that was building these mansions. He may know another way into Stonehome.
That's right.
If you
Okay.
did not want to try and go upstream underground and then climb a well.
Well, we'll see what he says. I'm sure.
Well,
he'll give it to us,
well.
no problem. Anyway, right, we heard from Elsie that you're a pretty esteemed architect, and
Oh.
might know a way or two into Stonehome. We're supposed to meet one of the leaders from Osprey Cove, and she's not come out of the Stonehome. We think something may be up. We're looking for another way in there besides of course, the locked gate.
You guys are from Osprey Cove?
Not from there,
Oh.
but we're coming from there.
Well, how was
There's
it?
a bit of a
Always wanted to visit myself, but
It's
never
got
had the
more
chance to go.
nightlife.
Okay.
It's got better nightlife here than in Iron Harbor.
Got one
Fantastic.
have to
tavern,
say.
which is better than 0 taverns.
Well, it had a tavern. The tavern head, whatever you call him, person is currently in
Owner.
Stonehome.
Proprietor.
Yeah, proprietor, master, the tavern master.
Well, certainly, yeah. You said you're looking for a way into Stonehome?
Right.
I mean, it depends how you're trying to get in. The place is old. Lower portion is. Upper works are pretty new, from what I've been made aware. I mean, it's walled in pretty well, but if you're looking to get in through the top, been combing this area for a while. You know, those cliffs can be pretty dangerous if you don't know where you're going, but there's a nice little vantage point that sits just above the rooftop. I'd be happy to point out to you. Just got to make sure you're actually sort of fit to climb down it, otherwise you're going to be taking a nasty fall onto the roof.
Hmm.
He mouths to Click Gluck, or assistant, who's watching Brent.
Raglan.
Is Brent
Wait,
wandered
where'd
off?
Raglan go? Wait, who's there?
I'm not
Assistant.
watching him.
I think the
Oh, no.
assistant's got just got its menacing
Ah.
hand on Brent's shoulder.
Well, we're willing to take the risk, I think.
I
Okay.
mean, my construction's dexterity, but not the most fortuitous in terms of strength. So I don't know if I can be climbing a lot, but assistance certainly can.
Well, we might need you there too. Click-clock.
I see. I might be able to manage.
It's not a particularly difficult route until you're sort of just above the roof, and then it gets a bit tricky to get down to a safe point of standing. So that's where the real issue is. Those last 20 feet or so are a bit tricky, but you could always just use a rope if you got any of that.
True. I have one of
Yes.
those.
I have one as well.
Well then, sounds like we're all set.
All right.
So, thank you. We heard that these houses are haunted. Is there anything going on here? Is it just? You seem like a wonderful individual yourself.
Well, I mean,
Well,
the ghosts never bothered me much. Plenty of space. So keep to myself, they keep to themselves. All good there.
I see. Friendly ghosts. Very nice.
Yeah.
As well, sometimes the folk of Iron Harbor can be a bit standoffish, I've noticed.
Oh,
You seem like a
they're,
friendly sort.
Tough folk. It's not really for me. It's why I'm still living out here. Tried being tough and, just not my cup of tea. Ended up
Well,
failing
my
it.
My experience, Osprey Cove is a nicer place, but perhaps you can head somewhere else. You know, there's a big world out there. I'm sure I know Brent is looking for a way off the island.
I
Aren't you,
mean,
Brent?
Yeah.
I wouldn't necessarily say no to a way off. I've just been lacking in the funds to do so. Let's put it that way. Came up here for work and then sort of got left behind by my employer, so money ran dry after a time, and now I just fish, make art, think about leaving, realize I don't have the money to do so, eat, drink, piss, repeat.
With no spitting. Okay.
No, that all stays in.
All right. Well, listen, you've done us a solid favor by showing us or telling us about the way in. If you need anything from us, just feel free to let us know.
Well, I mean, thanks. I guess I wouldn't want to impose, but you said you're looking for a way off the island, so, I mean, if you find one, I'd appreciate you letting me know.
Done. We'll be sure to let you know.
By the way, I got your name was Rannig.
Oh.
Don't think I got the rest of yours.
Yes, I'm Click Clock, and this is my assistant.
Doesn't have a name.
Gotcha.
Yes.
That's
I'm
interesting.
Raglan.
It's a
Brand.
it's a pleasure to meet all of you. I mean, hey, if you're looking for somewhere to sleep while you're here in Iron Harbor, you said you're not typically from here. If you're concerned about saving a penny or two, there's plenty of room here. You're welcome to stay the night. Typically, you just want to make sure you switch rooms every night. The ghosts get angry if you stay in one place too long.
Well, we have something in common then.
All right.
The what?
The ghosts.
The ghosts.
Were you not
Get
listening,
angry, howl loudly. Just don't want to keep. You don't want to sleep the same room every night. You got to switch it up.
Okay.
That sounds exciting.
Well,
We'll
we'll
keep
keep
that
that in
in
mind.
Mind. Jinx, click, clock.
Jinx,
Jinx.
you owe me a Coke. Wait,
I don't know what that is.
I don't know. Well, it came out of my mouth.
I'll give you some flaily for some cat or something.
Whoa.
All right, well, thank you.
Where's Rannig getting flayleaf from?
Don't ask.
Okay, fair.
Oh, that's drugs, right?
I'm fine with him getting cat. Flayleaf, that's oof.
Oh my.
That goes a bit too far.
I don't have any, so.
That's fair.
Anyway, thanks for your help there, Daryl.
Uh,
If we survive, we'll come back and maybe take you up on the offer of staying here and angering the ghosts or not angering the ghosts.
sure. Yeah. Yeah. Try not to fall off the cliff. Don't want you dying. The advice I gave, I'd feel a bit bad about that.
All right, we'll do our best to not die.
Thanks. You folks have fun then.
Yes.
We will.
Yes. Hopefully, I'm already diseased. Hopefully, I don't get more diseased.
Weirdos.
All right.
I never had a
Alrighty.
sickness before. Normally not.
We're
such an
going to
infection.
stay. We're going to stay along the shore and go back this way.
Like, yes. Tug Brand along the shore. Going
Avoid
for a
the
nice
guard
walk
as
along
much
the
as
beach.
possible.
And, while we're walking, can I take the cook away from a second?
Wait, you say me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our friend, Brand.
Yes, he's behaving quite strangely.
Yeah.
Seems to have
I saw
not-
the guard put a piece of paper in his pocket. I wanted to take it away, just to not get in any more trouble than we already are, but I
piece of
couldn't do
paper?
it. Yeah. Do you think I should tell him, or?
I would think so. I mean, is that why you were patting him down?
You noticed?
Yes.
Really good.
You have your moments. That time you weren't particularly quick, but yes, we should ask him about that. But I don't know what that is.
All right.
Unless you want to go for it again, just for fun.
Not really.
Okay, all right. Brent, can I perform a magic trick? I think there might be a piece of paper in your pocket.
Oh, is that what Raglan was trying to sneak in there?
What?
Yeah,
No.
I put it there.
Yes. He's very, very.
I-
Well, that ruined the magic trick. You're not supposed to tell them what happened.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I mean,
No.
I'm pretty sure I'd remember if I had a piece of paper on me.
Yes, well, you might be surprised to find a piece of paper in your pocket.
Kind of reach down with a smirk and then kind of seem to shift into surprise as I do pull out a piece of paper.
This is where I bamboozle you all and say there's actually not a piece of paper in your pocket.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
Second.
There is, but
Okay.
yeah, there is a small piece of paper with what looks to be hastily scrawled a few words of text on it.
Quite curious.
Read it over.
It says, let me check. Yeah, it would just be in common.
Is it 7? Oh, wait, sorry.
It says
Is it a phone number?
dual
10?
question mark. Bring something of value to Stonehome tonight.
Oh, we're already going there.
Oh, so they were floating. Yes, it was actually the guard that slipped that note into your pocket.
Bren, do you read that out loud or do you show anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I'd pass it around after reading it. Why not?
Okay. All right. Well, I hope a duel is that's a literal translation.
When the guard's out of sight, probably be like, "Man, do you remember challenging the guard on the edge of town to a duel?"
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Exercise, innit? Gotta stay sharp. We took quite the beating yesterday.
Yes, but
Can I sense motive? Like,
Sure.
if he actually remembers?
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
absolutely.
I guess I would do that too. Yeah.
Or sense motive? It's-
I will ask you this, Brend. Do you recall setting that duel?
No.
Clock and
Absolutely not.
Ragwin, both of you pick up. He took just a moment too long hesitation when he said yes. He seemed just a bit off when he was trying to figure out what to say the reason was for. Both of you are relatively confident. He does not necessarily remember. Either that, or he does, but he's really embarrassed about the reason and doesn't want to share. One of the two.
So, yeah, I didn't remember, or he was staring at her chest. Hard to say. Well, Brend, it seems that this cult may be something of interest to you and to us, regardless. So, we'll just be very careful from here on out.
Sure. Do I gotta show up for this then? I'll kind of lift up the paper.
Well, we are going to Stonehome regardless. I assume this might be, if we bring something valuable, maybe they'll let us in. But we do know how to get in as it is. We found out we could go over the cliffs, a path over the cliffside. Maybe that's where Krakow went. Or we could take the well. Or bring something of value to the front gate at night.
Right. They'll kind of look back at the paper, up at you. I mean, if I already promised, reckon I should keep it, right?
You didn't really make a promise. Just kind of slipped this note into your pocket, and you were just trying to pick a fight with her for some reason.
Well, yeah, but, you know, it's a sort of agreement, right?
We
I
got
don't know
bigger
there.
things to worry about, I think.
And she put a question mark there, as if she wasn't sure if you wanted the duel.
That is fair.
Well, what should we do? I think we need to go to Stonehome. How do we get in there? Would we prefer taking the watery path or the rocky path?
Well, I say we put it to a vote. All in favor of the watery path beneath? Signify by raising your right hand or whatever appendage you have on the right.
Click will raise his right hand for the watery path.
The Rannick
Me
will
too.
too.
I think it's more sneaky. Me too.
I want to see what's under there.
Okay.
And all in favor of the high cliffs?
Assistant will raise his hand.
Does it have
Pick
voting
will-
rights?
We're like, put your hand down, assistant. Assistant will put his
They
hand down.
No voting rights for them yet, huh?
Right, well, fine.
One day I'll see to it that they have their voting,
Assistant,
right. They need
You
rights.
can raise your hand.
Well, Brand, you didn't raise your hand on either one.
I mean, sounds like I'm outvoted anyway, so it hardly matters, right?
Oh, did you want to go to the top and risk falling to our deaths?
No. No deaths. No deaths is good. Best all round.
No, I was speaking hyperbolically. I have full confidence we would have made it down.
Well, let's make haste.
All right then.
I'm worried about Ordwi with whatever's going on in there.
Do we need to stop by for any last-minute supplies?
No.
Maybe potions if you have the money.
Wait, can I retroactively buy another potion?
Yeah, if you guys want to pick up another... Do you want another one of her bottled Vim, or another, like, a potion of healing? Or
Potion
elixir
of
of
healing.
life? Yeah.
We had an
cheaper.
extra one from Krakow.
Oh, okay. How much is a potion again? I forgot.
Potions are 4 gold. Elixirs of life are 3 gold. And the difference is 1d6 versus 1d8.
I see. That's too close for me to know.
And remember, I allow ones to be re-rolled on these sort of basic healing items.
Oh, okay.
Because otherwise it feels really bad to go out and willingly spend what little money you have and only get 1 health out of it.
Okay, I will buy an elixir, I guess. That's fun. Because it's different.
I'll purchase. Well, if she has them, does she have pythons and a hammer? Elsie?
Like, for climbing tools?
Right.
Are you specifically looking for just pythons and a hammer, or do you want an entire climbing kit?
Ignore me. I've got a climbing kit. I didn't realize I had all of that in it. A dozen pythons. Yeah, they're right there. Okay. Never
Yeah.
mind. Oh, and I've got some crumpets. No, it's just crampons. I don't know what a crampon is, but I've got a few.
That's also for climbing. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like
How much is the climbing kit?
It's like you.
Climbing
it's a
kits are
snack you eat on the
5
way up.
silver, actually. They're quite cheap.
Oh, I get one.
So,
I don't want to fall.
Do we all need one?
I mean, if
I
you're
don't know,
going to be
it's-
climbing up the well, it might be helpful.
Yeah, it is one
Alright.
bulk, so keep that in mind.
Yes.
The climbing kit.
Well, I'll buy one, I guess.
Okay, yeah. Anyone who wants one for getting up the well is welcome to pick one up. If you guys wanted any healing potions or elixirs, you are welcome to purchase those as well. Elsie has it all.
I love
and
Elsie.
considering she actually, she absolutely has the extra climbing kits, considering she recommended you guys to be the ones go up the stream and up the well, so she certainly has that in stock for you guys to get.
Good salesman.
I'm sorry?
Nothing. Good
Okay.
saleswoman.
Ah. I don't know why my brain heard sense motive for a moment.
I thought they said that too.
I was like, why are you sensing motive on the shopkeep?
Well, maybe she's selling us faulty products.
I
like
won't
crash
do that
parts.
this
Yeah.
early in the campaign. God.
All right, let's go.
Okay. You guys are making your way over towards that stream outlet and trying to make your way up towards the Well of Stonehome.
Where was the stream outlet? Was it on this side?
Yeah, it's around here.
Oh, you didn't even see where I clicked, did you? Yeah,
Nope.
good, right where I was.
I see it
Yeah,
now.
I basically clicked there, yes.
Yeah, you got to climb over the cliffside to get there. No, fantastic. As you guys make your way to the eastern end of town, thankfully you have direction from Elsie, so you do not need to make checks to attempt to find this area. You find there is about a 4-foot wide, 5-foot tall opening in the not quite cliff face, because this is not a particularly high area as of yet, only about 10 feet above the water, where water flows out and down into the bay itself. Absolutely large enough that you guys could make your way in, though it might be a bit of a squeeze for you guys.
How dark is it in there?
Pitch black.
We need some light.
I don't.
Fine, you go ahead and tell us what's ahead.
Right? What do I see?
A passageway.
I will light my torch.
I believe Rannig also has the light spell if you wish to use that.
Oh, that helps.
My question is, do we want to risk perhaps giving ourselves away?
Well, at least until we get to the well, I'm sure we could, for now, have the light just in case we run into something.
As you're speaking, he just sticks it on you. The light stuff.
Oh my god, my eyes light up.
Fantastic.
I didn't know I could do that.
Wow.
Are they lighting up with actual lights or lighting up with laser beams?
Actual lights.
Okay. I don't like that you paused there for a moment to think.
I'm like, Alright.
Good question.
It's a good question.
Fantastic. Yeah, you get some light on Click Clock is absolutely going to make it possible for all of you to see while you are in there. You are going to have to spend some time because this is the largest point, about 4 feet by 5 feet. It absolutely gets smaller as you guys begin making your way up the tunnel, to the point that you guys are going to end up having to sort of squeeze. And it takes quite a long time to get through after a while. As you guys begin making your way up this passageway, the sort of constant gurgling of water underfoot every now and then sort of echoes throughout this passageway, completely dark save for your lights that you have created. Ragwin, you are pretty much the only one who can do a non-squeeze activity because of the size, so if you would like to search or investigate or be scouting, you may choose to do any of those and make a requisite roll for that at this point.
Right. What would be more useful?
Searching is always kind of the generically useful one because it's actually making a perception check, keeping an eye and ear out.
Yeah, I think I'll search.
Sure.
What do I need to roll?
Perception. Blind, please. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, as you guys are making your way up this passageway, moss grows sort of on the ceiling of it, hanging down. The water itself is quite chilly to the touch. But you guys are pushing upstream relatively constantly towards Stonehome itself. You do end up reaching a point. Maybe after about 30 minutes of traveling up this way, you guys come across what you notice, Ragwin, appears to be a sort of natural bottleneck of what looks to be limestone. Very jagged into almost teeth-like formations that the way to get through is barely wider than Bren's shoulders. It is something that, had you not noticed, may have been a bit dangerous for people to get through, but you are able to help everyone sort of navigate it safely to the point that no one risks injuring themselves on the rock at this point. And eventually, you notice a faint bit of light in the passage ahead, seemingly streaming down from an opening above. It takes about 45 minutes to do this travel, bringing us to probably around 10:30 in the morning by the time you guys have reached this point, but the well is just ahead.
Good job you were scouting ahead there, Ragwin. What about a nasty bump on the head?
Oop, the rock right there.
Oh. Just missed it.
I think I see the end of the wall.
Yeah, I mean, the passageway in the water continues much, much further, but the well is ahead at least that you can climb up and out of here.
All right.
I guess I'll just go to it.
Fantastic. Yeah, did everyone pick up a climbing kit?
Yes. I only have one. I didn't get one for assistant.
That's fine.
I
Assistant
have
has
one.
actually decent athletics.
Yeah, he does.
Fantastic. Then I won't even, because you guys all pretty much picked up climbing kits, I will not ask for athletics checks. It is easy enough to take a few minutes to get all of yourselves up the well and help others that might struggle a bit. I would say, especially at this point, Brendan Clickclock, that soreness, that
Rough.
weakness in your limbs definitely is making itself a bit more apparent at this point. But after a few minutes, You guys pull yourselves out of the well, boots sodden, but all of you wholly safe into Stonehome's courtyard.
Did it. You won't be needing that anymore, Cluck Cluck. I'll dismiss the spell.
Ah, thank you. You don't want to give us away.
Where's that sheep we're supposed to be feeding?
You know the barn is this way.
All right.
We, proceed
yeah.
quietly.
Yeah, I want to scout as my exploration activity if
Sure.
we're in exploration mode.
Are we not sneaking?
I can't sneak.
I'll do investigate.
Okay. There comes a time where you realize the group just isn't quite built for stealth.
If one person wants to go ahead and sneak, that's fine, and scout
I'm
ahead.
pretty sure the stealthiest character here is assistant. So.
All right, Metalbot, run ahead.
I'll avoid notice just because.
All right.
Just me, kind of.
Hilariously,
I-
Click Clock has a better stealth than Ragwin, but yes, Assistant has the highest stealth in the party.
All right, do we see anything as I'm moving across here? Any sign of life?
I mean, you see a couple windows in the building. You could certainly approach and look through of them. You don't see anyone around here at the moment. Anyone who would like to, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Whoops.
Okay. Fantastic. Ragwin,
Yep.
you hear very, very faintly from the far side of Stonehome, it sounds like. It sounds to be outside, maybe on the roof, maybe behind Stonehome. It's hard to tell. But you hear what sounds to be a shout and the clashing of steel.
Well, I think this is the building where the sheep is. Too bad nothing's going on in there.
Did anyone else heard that?
Hear what?
I think someone is fighting inside the building.
This here barn?
Assistant's obnoxious clashing as he walks. Assistant, I need you to stop with that.
Oh,
wait,
this
no.
one? I heard it in this one, right?
Oh, well,
Yeah, from somewhere on like the back or on top. It's a distance away. It's hard to tell because of all just the stone in the way. But because this is sort of a natural cave, the acoustics have brought it towards you.
I look around at the party. Are we itching for some more adventure?
Yes, but we should probably heal the goat at least.
Yeah,
right?
maybe the goat first.
The fighting will be done by then. We can come back for the goat. He won't stop you from going in there, though.
I should
He
heal the
doesn't have,
goat
he doesn't
real
have the
fast.
medicine anyway.
Try to
Real
open
quick.
the door.
All right, assistant, door, please.
Yeah,
Yes,
I mean,
open
as some of you
doors.
guys, sure. I mean, these are very clearly stables in decent repair. There is, the smell of refuse and hay permeates the air. That smell of sickness as well. As you sort of push open the doors into this stable, you are able to see there are two large pens. There's only one creature in one of them right now. A currently prone to laying down, very severely malnourished looking ram.
He doesn't look like he should in his art. He looks so strong and noble, but on the ground he looks so fragile and weak.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised it's still alive.
Do I have the medicine?
You do? Yeah, you can absolutely head over and attempt to feed the ram the medicine.
Hello, what's your name? What was his name again?
Ida. IDA.
Ida. Ida? Is that you, Ida? You probably don't speak, do you? No.
It's a ram.
Let me see if I can. I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
I guess I'll open the door, or can I do it without opening the gate?
You would probably need to open it to feed the biscuit. but you can absolutely sort of push open the door to the pen and kneel down and feed Ida the biscuit if you would like.
Yes. We need food. I'm very well aware. I know I don't need it myself, but I know you do. Yeah, take this medicine.
Ida will very slowly sort of raise their head up and consume the biscuit. And probably a minute or so later will sort of weakly raise herself to her feet. Seemingly the medicine quite effective, helping restore some semblance of mobility for the moment at least, but she still looks quite weak, malnourished, very clearly ill, and also neglected. Are all pretty clear signs to you.
Well, once we sort out what's going on here, I have no doubt what's her name will be able to visit you. I'm terrible with names. Good luck there. Let's move on. Okay.
And
Creature?
by the way, did I get the avoid notice check from Ragwin and the investigate check from Click Clock?
I did not roll
no.
that. I'm sorry.
I
No
don't
worries.
know if you wanted it right away or not.
Yeah, go for it. We're
Is it recall
about to
knowledge,
end, but yes, recall knowledge. Fantastic. Okay. Awesome. As you guys sort of feed Ida the ram, get her back into a case where she may not die at this point, at least has some semblance of mobility, and you have cared for an animal. Huzzah. If we are playing XP leveling, you would have gotten XP for that. Instead,
sick.
you just get the feeling of being good people.
Nice.
Rennig, you seem like you are looking through that window. Is that correct?
Yes, look how I've even positioned my token to be right on it.
Look, I just want to confirm. As you have sort of approached and peeked through the window itself, there is a lantern in there. It appears you spent enough time in populated stations before. You've seen fortresses and the like. This appears to be a guard station. There's a few arrow slits in the walls. There is a door far to the northwest in the room, and a sort of like small chair, a barrel full of arrows, but that's about it. A couple spears leaning against the wall to the north.
Well, the
How's
goat
the-
seems to be doing a little better.
Let's go.
Yes, of course. Are we going inside, assistant? What? Oh.
What? I'd never seen that happen before.
Position
That was interesting.
yourselves. It's a
Yeah.
funny little module to make it so it's not a nuisance to select
Look at all of
tokens.
Oh,
Okay.
Look at all of us.
it.
We're
Alright,
so
go ahead.
friendly.
You have a look, Brend. You're gonna love what you see.
Oh wait, here, Brent, use this. I'm gonna hand Brent my brass ear. We just want to open the door. I guess we can just open the door.
We do. Just throw it open.
All right, assistant, Brent.
Dead animals.
I mean, I suppose. I mean, the front door opens as you push it open into a short hallway with another set of double doors at the end. A true classic of construction. Door salesman and Galarian make bank. This hallway, however, is covered in dried blood, spattered all over the place. There's a pair of rotting corpses on the ground, each clad in rusted full plate at this point, with numerous puncture wounds, as if they had been repeatedly pierced by spears. There is a rusty ceiling grate above that seems like it could maybe give some sort of limited view into the room above. but it is a sign of carnage, and it does not look good.
Well,
Their armor looks strangely orange. Maybe that's just blood.
No, that's because it's rusted.
Oh god.
no.
Rusty armor. You think I'm giving you guys consistent sets of full plate as level 1 adventurers? Do you know how much that shit sells for?
35. 50. I can't remember.
But
Dang it, it's not sellable.
I realized I had the game paused.
Oh
You
wait,
guys.
maybe I could repair the armor.
And
I'm
these
an inventor,
poor,
after all.
I'll rush forward and look at the body. Because I'm
Yeah?
so good at medicine, folks.
I mean, it doesn't even require a medicine check as you approach and sort of kneel down and look over the body, covered in rusty-looking blotches on the flesh. However, anyone who would like to... Actually, Clicklock is investigating and is trained in medicine. That is an easy enough success right there to tell that these bodies... Numerous wounds. The weapons and armor seem to have rusted, sort of decayed into uselessness. But these two actually died from wounds inflicted by a greatsword.
How's the smell?
Bad.
Okay, yeah, I'll put my hand over my mouth. Oh! Not a smell you really ever get used to.
Gonna be with a large sword slay these men.
How many days do you think, Click Clock?
What'd you say?
How
3
many
days.
days do you think?
How many days? Did I say? Did you tell me? I was.
How long ago these people died?
Yeah.
With that medicine check, you are unable to tell that, unfortunately.
I don't know. Not recently?
You know, not very recently, but judging by the smell.
Yes. Well, I think we should keep moving.
Right, Raglan, where did the sounds come from you heard?
Maybe over there? I'm not sure.
Right, well, I'm stuck on this here body.
There is a minor issue when not a single person is searching as an exploration activity.
Uh-oh.
And that is because it makes it all too easy to succumb to traps. And as Assistant steps forward to the door as Ragwin is conferring with Rannig about the sound and where it may be coming from, the ground shifts slightly. Some of the tile moving to the side as rusted spikes lance up out of the floor. I am going to make an attack against each person in turn here. Starting with Assistant.
Ouch.
Is going to be hit. Rannig.
I'll
is,
dodge.
Going to be hit, but not crit.
I almost-
Hey,
I
that dodge
usually-
coming in clutch.
I didn't really dodge, guys.
Ragwin is getting crit.
Oh.
Is it
no,
possible to
Pyro.
use what's that ability called?
Nimble dodge.
Yes.
You do have it. You would get it. That would make it a regular hit against you. Fantastic.
All right.
Brend, against you, is a regular hit. And against Click Clock,
Somebody's gonna miss, right?
apparently not.
Oh.
My dice rolls are
Jesus.
hot. So I'm just going to roll once and everyone can take this amount of damage because it'll be the same across the board.
Okay, I just want to see one dice on the screen.
Ah,
That is 11
lot of
points of
damage.
piercing damage to everyone. As these spikes lance out of the floor into you.
well,
And I also need a
Let's go back to
fortitude
town.
save from everyone, please.
Oh,
Oh
perfect.
dear.
Because rusty spikes, this shit carries tetanus.
I'm so bad at fortitude. Okay.
well.
No.
Oh shit.
There's
I think-
buttons, people! Brend,
Well, everything's scrolling so fast. All right. Sorry.
Brend got an exact success. So Click Clock also succeeded. Ragwin failed. So, I don't believe Ragwin has a hero point left,
I
unfortunately.
do not.
That's okay. Tetanus has a really long onset period. 10 days. But as these rusted spikes lance up rapidly into each of you guys, spearing you all and causing you all to bleed quite profusely, hey, you've added to the blood splatter. The decor is phenomenal in this place now.
Yeah.
I guess we should have figured that one out.
I have a question for you all, and it's the last question I'm going to ask of this session before we end. Does anyone think that they would cry out in pain from this? Or do you think you're all really super stoic and would take
Before
this
you meet
silently?
with that favor.
Yeah.
So,
Oof, man, we're having a bad
Rannig,
time.
Rannig would not.
I think that's sensible for Rannig to remain quiet, taking a blow like this. But with everyone else taking some big hits from that.
That's a great question. As a construct with a voice module, maybe not.
I leave that up to you. I think Click Clock still probably feels pain.
Yeah, you're right.
Brent keeps his nerve.
With a will
All right,
save
I'll
like
do
that,
that.
I think Brend is good.
I'll do a will save too.
Sure.
Come on. There we go.
Hey, here's good rolls. How about you, Ragwin? Do you think you cry out in pain?
Honestly, I think I would. I just got impaled pretty bad.
Sure. Fantastic. Then I'm going to be rolling some perception checks. Don't mind me.
Oh, gosh.
Because you were also specifically avoiding notice, which is a good thing in this case. Okay. As Ragwin cries out in pain, but was conscious enough to dodge a nearly fatal wound from these spikes, even with the sort of rust getting into his circulatory system and potentially leaving him with a debilitating disease in a while, he manages to keep the cry quiet enough, hopefully, that it will not alert anyone else. But as you guys take stock of the situation and decide what to do from here, since you've already been injured pretty badly by this, and you have no idea what awaits you within Stonehome since you were first greeted by corpses, that's where we're going to end off for tonight.
Wow. You can't let me use my hero points on medicine check before we end?
I mean, that'll depend if you guys want to try and spend 10 minutes in here healing.
Well, we could go back to the goat.
You certainly can, but I think we'll leave that decision for next session.
No.
Wasted hero points.
Well, I'm saving it because I'm the healer and I don't want to screw us over. So
There you go.
Sure.
Well, thank you guys so much for playing. Things are afoot. Things have been learned, it seems. And who would have ever guessed Elder Ordwi would not show up at the meeting time? What a twist.
Not me. Oh my.
Can't believe it.
But I think we have a very strong chance next session of reaching level 2, so prepare yourselves for that. And I will see you all next week.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
See you next week.
Bye-bye.
Have a good one, guys.
Bye.
Farewell.